What's cracking, true believers, and welcome to episode 5 of That 90s Spider-Man Show, the only show where two men can talk about a man tying up other men in a skin-tight suit that's not a sex thing. I'm your host today, I'm Henry, and alongside me, he refuses to paint me like one of his French girls, it's Jack.
You're on a roll of making me laugh with these. Good job.
Thank you.
I like the idea of starting a podcast. Just it's not a sex thing. It's not.
I mean, seriously, I know most of them sound like they are a sex thing, but this is not a sex thing.
But the thing is, as soon as you say that, it makes it sound like one.
Maybe it makes it a sex thing.
Yeah.
If that's someone's very specific fetish, is that being told it's not a sex thing.
If you were saying oh, Henry, what are you doing this weekend? And you're like, oh, I'm gonna go hang out with Jack. We're gonna watch the 90s Spider-Man cartoon. It's not a sex thing. They're gonna be like, okay, those guys are having sex.
It's obviously 100%. A sex thing.
Yeah.
This is how they get their jollies off.
Yeah. Their jollies off.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's how people say the sex thing.
Yeah.
I've heard.
As you can tell, Henry is 70 years old.
Henry fucks like a 70-year-old man.
Oh, God.
So yeah, welcome to That 90s Spider-Man Show, where we do not fuck during this podcast. And yeah, so how are you doing today, Jack? Are you fucking?
I'm doing good, but I now I just don't know how to bring this back.
Just let it go, let it run free.
No, I don't want to put that horse back in the stable. Man.
The horse is already running. It's free. This dong is flapping in the wind. It's great, man. You're doing well, I think.
Henry just looked at his laptop as if for some direction.
Man.
What do I do?
Line. But yeah, so today, Jack, we're going to be talking about episode 5 of Spider-Man the Animated Series, which is The Menace of Mysterio.
Mm-hmm.
The episode with, I think, the Green Goblin? No, Shocker. That's it.
Alright, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Shocker. So Shocker shows up in this episode, and it's very confusing. The guys behind the title then got fired after this episode because they're you don't know any of the characters there, do you? And they were no.
Funny enough, I did read that the first draft of this, written by apparently an unnamed staff writer, the producer just read it, and apparently it was so terrible he rewrote the entire thing. So maybe the first draft was actually about the Shocker, and he was yeah, you guys don't understand what words mean.
Yeah, you just haven't got a grasp of this language. This is clearly a sex thing. They only fired him because it's not meant to be a sex thing.
Still trying to bring it back, man.
It's not too early for callbacks, man. There's always time for a callback.
I'm gonna strictly move us on forcibly. Just move Henry on from this nonsense until back to Mysterio, the Menace of Mysterio, starring Mysterio
as Mysterio.
Yeah, and funny enough, if you search for this title, as I did, there's also a Mysterio episode in the 1967 cartoon.
Oh, really?
That has the same title. Okay. And they're both obviously based off the Mysterio first issue, and they all kind of follow similar plots, which is kind of a bit unusual because usually they try and mix it up a bit more. But here
they were no, this is good. This is actually the very first episode I remember, actually, of the show. Really? Yeah, all the ones I've watched have been that sounds like something that I probably could have watched. But this is the first one where I was okay, I remember this episode. This is probably one of the more recent ones that I've watched.
Oh, really?
It may have been 5-6 years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you rewatched some of them after the initial run?
Yeah, but when I was a teen, late teens, 19.
Oh, okay, and you just watched a couple or something.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, I didn't really remember this at all, other than so much of it's tied into Mysterio's story in the comics that I remember and I'm familiar with it, but I don't actually remember the episode at all.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good episode. I mean, all episodes are good, but
spoilers. You have to find out until the end whether it's good or not.
No, it might be bad.
If we talk about how great it is, and then right at the end we go, it's terrible.
It's terrible. It made me physically ill. I threw up all over my microphone.
Honestly, I think the world's worst episode of this show, starring Mysterio, I would still love. Just so we're all out there, I love Mysterio so much. I know it's stupid, but I feel like he might be my favourite Spider-Man villain. Even though there are definitely better villains that have more development.
Oh, absolutely.
Better stories.
More intimidating, more formidable.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if I'm looking on paper, I think Doc Ock is the best one for me.
Like,
But if I go
thematically,
with-
it's great.
Yeah, but going with my heart, it's
you wanna-
Mysterio, because he's just a goofball. I love him. He's so weird.
He's batshit insane.
That's the thing, is that I don't think he even is insane. He's like one of the few bad guys he has who isn't insane. He's just weird.
Just a
It's
weird
like
person.
he's just an asshole who only cares about himself, and he's like there's a few villains that he
Yeah.
has that I like that who are just kind of thuggish,
Yeah.
and they just want to make their money, they want to get their revenge, whatever it is, and they're just jerks. They only think about number one. But it just turns out this guy also has a love of like B movies,
Yeah.
and just like doing dumb shit.
Like elaborate illusions. He dresses in a fucking like cape with
Yeah.
like that weird like muscle suit for some reason. And you're like, hey, this guy's here to fuck around. He might rob a bank. He may just like confuse the shit out of everybody.
He's just like the world's biggest drama queen.
Yeah.
It's so great.
Everything he does is like, I need a fucking show for this. Mysterio goes to like the grocery store, and there's like a whole like 15-minute like movie about his need for like protein or potassium, and it's wild.
You do. There's. I mean, you say about a grocery store. There's genuinely. I don't know if you remember this, but you fight Mysterio in a grocery store in the Spider-Man 2 video game,
I don't remember this.
because there's the whole thing with him and his illusions in that game, and all these elaborate levels.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, once he's kind of been defeated, he turns up again, but he's got no money and everything, so he's just robbing a convenience store. And then he goes in, and it's the best part of that game, because you go in there and you see him there, and he's like, haha, you will fight me now, and it says Mysterio, and his life bar comes up, and it's like red, and then the line fills up again yellow, and then again green, like when bosses have
like
multiple
life bars.
life bars, and you have to get through all of them, and they fill all the way up, and then you go up to him, you press square or whatever the Xbox One is, and you punch him once, and all those bars get depleted immediately, and you just slow-mo falls backwards, and you knock him out. And it's like, oh, he was just
Some guy.
he's just some guy, like,
Spider-Man just punched him in the face.
yeah, it's a fucking great moment.
What was his plan? Like,
He was just like trying to like scare you or something, but then Spider-Man's like, fuck you.
yeah, no, dude, we've fought like multiple times. He's like, oh shit.
Before we get too off the rails, let's actually talk about the episode in question.
Oh yeah, the Menace of Mysterio.
Yeah.
So yeah, this one starts with like a cold open, but not a cold open. Does that make sense? So we're in like a museum, and they have all like the security footage going on. It's like quiet and dark. The thing is, it's too quiet.
Yeah, there's some shadowy figure lurking around, clearly breaking in to steal something. Security guards notice something that's going on, and they rush to the
Egyptian room,
where there's some kind of alarm's been tripped.
Yeah.
And they go, and immediately Spider-Man is just there.
just hanging around.
Yeah, and he's stealing like, jewels and just like
diamonds.
diamonds and just Egyptian riches. I don't know.
Yeah, he's stealing all the Egyptian gold.
But
It's like a lost draft of Night of the Museum or something like that. It's like Rami Malek doing this or something like that.
oh god, I forgot he was in that.
Yeah, he's in it as
Why didn't he get an Oscar for that?
I mean, like, it was rigged, I think. It was like...
I think Owen Wilson should have got an Oscar for that movie.
Can you imagine? Who was he in that? Was he like some random cowboy? He wasn't
He's
like,
he's just a cowboy.
like a little tiny cowboy.
Oh yeah, he was small as well.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
I'm a tiny cowboy.
The
Look
thing
how
is,
small I am.
the thing is, you're like joking, but that's just like the dialogue. He's one of those people where like he gets by on his kind of "oh shucks" like attitude. So
Yeah.
they're just like, Owen Wilson, you're a cowboy, you're small, and then he just starts
Yeah,
riffing,
sure.
but he doesn't really have any jokes.
He's just being a cowboy, just a really small cowboy.
Yeah.
He's going in and out. I'm getting it, but I'm not getting
Yeah,
it.
you had it first, and then you went into Sean Connery.
Yeah.
This always happens. It always starts as one thing, and it goes into Sean Connery.
Because I'm secretly Sean Connery underneath all this makeup.
Oh, right. Oh,
You've been secretly been hanging out with Sean Connery this entire time. I didn't want to be an English extraordinary gentleman, but I want to make this podcast with you, Jack.
Oh, see, you sound like Liam Neeson more.
Damn it!
It's like,
As soon as I start to like focus on the actual like impression I want to do, I fuck it up immediately.
yeah, I don't want to say don't try, but maybe that's the answer.
Maybe that's the answer. We'll have to like try more times to find out if that is the answer.
If you never try, you won't fail.
Yeah, but even, yeah, that's true.
If anyone listened to this, I want if you can take anything away from this,
Just don't try.
yeah, just don't ever try.
Trying is the first step towards failure.
Yeah, that's why we're not trying when we do this.
No, we don't give a fuck.
Yeah. We're not even, like, recording this. Like, we're talking, and someone else is like, hey, they're talking about Spider-Man. Just put a mic in between us.
Yeah.
And we're like, we don't care.
Fuck off, Jerry. Stop putting a mic between us. We're trying to have a conversation here. There is no Jerry. We're just making a joke, you see. And...
Hey, don't say that about Jerry.
He is a joke. Aren't you, Jerry? Fucking prick. What an asshole. Anyway.
Spider-Man
is in this museum. He's stealing diamonds.
Yeah, and he webs up all the guards, and he like makes a web bag and like puts all his diamonds in it, jumps out and makes sure to like pop out of the vent as he's leaving to look in the camera and be like, hey, I'm Spider-Man.
Just like blow a kiss into the camera.
Yeah.
Very, very flamboyant.
Yeah.
I guess. So yeah.
Very
like,
mysterious.
Very mysterious. Some would say too mysterious. So the next thing I believe is Peter Parker's home. He's asleep.
He's asleep in this room that just looks like a student room.
Yeah.
It's just like covered in shit. And he wakes up and what's the time? It's like 1 p.m. or something.
Yeah. He's like a classic 19-year-old, whatever.
Yeah, and he gets woken up by a call from Mary Jane, who's sort of following up from the blind date that we didn't see, which happened in between episodes.
Yeah, like kind of like mentioned it in episode 3, and they just didn't mention it in episode 4 at all.
Yeah.
He's like trying to get with Felicia Hardy again, and then you kind of think,
Yeah.
maybe he's fucked this up. But apparently not.
Yeah, apparently they had an alright time, and she's saying, like, he's pretending that he's already up and about because he's just a complete fuck up and just, like, in bed. Like,
I've definitely done that. Like,
yeah, most guys his age. Like,
Yeah.
you wake up and you're like, yeah, I'm on my way. Yeah. I'm not, like, half naked right now.
No, I'm not just woken up.
She's, like, asking him to come over because she's got a physics test and she needs some help. It's kind of like an excuse to see him because she's like, maybe we can go see a movie. For some reason, she's doing, like, she says she's doing a theatre major, but she's got to do physics for some reason. I don't know why that's like a requirement.
Because the American school system's failing.
Yeah. So at university as well. I
Yeah.
don't know why you'd have to do something completely irrelevant.
Just to like have like extra credit? I don't know.
Or maybe she's just making a joke because she actually loves physics. I don't know.
I doubt it. And the whole way through the scene, she's just doing aerobics. She's just got like these leg warmers.
Oh yeah, I
And
almost
just like
forgot
yoga
that.
pants and like, why? They didn't need to be there.
I feel like it's just, I don't know. So I think they're just trying to contrast him and Mary Jane because he's just in bed like, I can barely handle my life, and she's up doing something with her day and like multitasking, very gregarious and doing shit.
I think we're trying to give the like 10-year-olds their very first boners. You know, it might have been a sex thing.
It's never a sex thing.
This is so title of the episode, by the way.
No, iTunes will ban us for the word sex.
It probably had worse. But no, so Mary Jane is calling. She wants to hang out with Peter. Get some tips on her physics test. I'm doing air quotes, by the way. And
Yeah.
there's generally a physics test she's got to like prepare for. And Peter's like, yeah.
He's so happy about it. He like flips onto the ceiling and lands on his ceiling fan.
That's like the happiest I've ever seen him, like at any point during the show.
And at the end of the call, the ceiling fan just like collapses under his weight.
And then Aunt May is like oblivious to this. Like she has to pay for another ceiling fan, which she can't afford to.
Yeah, I don't know how you would explain that.
Yeah.
I guess you just have to be truthful and be like, I just hung around on it because I
Yeah.
was happy.
I got a date with Mary Jane, that girl you said you set me up with. And then Aunt May's like, straight pimpin'. And then...
That's her catchphrase.
yeah, straight pimpin'. She says it too much. It gets a bit, like, old towards the end of the season. It gets boring. It gets flanderized, really. It's just terrible.
She gets flanderized before Flanders.
Yeah.
Got flanderized. He goes downstairs. He's in a good mood. But then he sees Aunt May watching the TV and she's watching a news report about what happened at the museum. And he's kind of bummed out because he's like, well, obviously anyone can dress up as Spider-Man and rob a place. It doesn't mean it's him.
This is the same thing that happened in like, episode 2. Where, like, yeah, like, this is totally not Spider-Man. Everyone's like, how did you know? But Aunt May's not as quick with the uptake. So she's,
Yeah.
like, just ignoring him. Eating pancakes, very concerned.
Even he's kind of like, he kind of stops himself because he's like, well, this can't be him. And then sees him like using webbing and climbing a wall and is like, yeah, how do I explain that?
Yeah. Like, he's like, maybe this is actually something going on here.
So Peter heads to the museum where he sees J Jonah Jameson's there to do his report on Spider-Man because he's just like loving this shit because he's like...
Is this like another episode of J3? Is this like another thing
Yeah.
he does?
It's weird with this because he doesn't... I mean, he doesn't like Spider-Man, but it's not like this hatred and wanting to take him down. It's more just like he doesn't really like him and he just like knows he's just a popular thing, so he's just always trying to talk about him.
Yeah.
Like Spider-Man's his thing, so it's like, oh, Spider-Man did something, I'm going to be there. And
Yeah.
he's kind of profiting off it in a way, and he
Little
doesn't
bit.
and he doesn't like him, but it's not like this full-on hatred.
He kind of utilizes that dislike. Like, he's not like singing his praises, but he knows that he gets views, I guess, ratings.
Yeah, he's kind of like the Piers Morgan of the Marvel animated universe.
I suppose he is, yeah.
But like, if Piers Morgan
had like any kind of journalistic reputability,
yeah,
if he's respectable in any way,
if
he had decent facial hair,
if Piers Morgan wasn't a complete,
only kind of a
yeah, we'll bleep that.
yeah.
Yeah,
But no, yeah. So Piers Morgan Light takes over the studio, and Peter Parker runs in.
yeah, and he's going through, and then he's just like Jonah's talking this shit, but Peter starts like walking around because he's like, what actually happened here?
So while the broadcast goes on, he kind of sees around the back.
Yeah, and he's going through the Egyptian room and notices that there's some webbing left over, and just immediately when there's still cameras there, there's still everyone around, but just jumps onto the ceiling and starts climbing around to grab it.
But the room is dark, so obviously it's fine.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, it's all fine. But then he sees a woman coming in, and he tries to sneak away holding this webbing, and she stops him, identifies herself as Terry Lee.
Yeah.
Lieutenant for the NYPD, and she's investigating what's going on, and she's like, you're literally walking off with evidence right now?
That's a felony.
Yeah, so she's kind of trying to talk to him about it, and then she also, it's kind of interesting, she identifies as him as being like paparazzi for Spider-Man basically, and it's kind of funny because his reaction isn't like, yeah, that's me, or rejecting it, but he's just kind of uncomfortable with it.
He's like,
yeah, kind of.
I suppose.
Which is actually, I think this episode is actually better than he's been so far at keeping his secret. Yeah. Because he does seem to act like he doesn't really
know Spider-Man now.
Yeah, and he's just kind of like, well, yeah, money's money, sort of thing. And
he doesn't really give a shit about Spider-Man or anything like that.
And they start talking about it a bit, and he reveals, he was like, well, why is this webbing here? Because Spider-Man's webbing dissolves within an hour. This robbery happened last night, and it's still here. Yeah. So she's like, well, it could just be he's maybe changed up his chemicals, which is a good point. But
I mean, like, how would you know they're not coming out of him? Like,
well,
I don't. How like the people in New York feel Spider-Man is like actually become Spider-Man. He's like just like making webbing himself. Like, wouldn't they know that? Is anyone like smart enough to like know that he's using chemicals?
I don't know. I guess maybe someone's just found the webbing and just been like, we don't know what it is, but it's not. It's an artificial thing. So
the resident spider expert came in and said like, this is an actual spider web. This is spider webs. They kind of like compared the two.
I feel like if Spider-Man starts swinging around and doing stuff, you'd immediately get people writing about it and trying to figure out what's going on.
Immediately.
But he points this out, and she's
kind of nonplussed, actually. She's kind of not that convinced.
Yeah. But before we go into like further with it, I just want to touch on Terry Lee, because I think she's interesting, and I completely forgot she was in this show. And as soon as she came in, I was like, she's actually in a lot of this.
She's a fair bit, yeah.
She's kind of like representative of the police. Like, whenever there's a police thing, he's talking to her as this sort of detective on the case.
She's like his Commissioner Gordon, almost.
Yeah, and yet she's not in the comics at all.
Really?
It's completely made up. The only thing that she could be, she might be a stand-in for Jean DeWolf, who I don't know if you know.
No idea who that is.
Aside from having the coolest fucking name in the world.
The guitar solo went off my head as you said it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Jean DeWolf in Wolfman Takes Manhattan. That was a terrible title.
No, you should have gone with Manwolf. I literally read the comic where Spider-Man fights Manwolf earlier today.
Manwolf. Where, how is he different from like a werewolf?
He is a werewolf, but everyone calls him a manwolf, and the title of the issue is Manwolf.
I mean, go with it.
I mean, like, they just need a name for him. Yeah. They can't just have, introducing the new character, Werewolf.
Harry Dogman.
Harry and the Hendersons. That doesn't even make sense. Spider-Man versus Harry and the Hendersons.
All the family plus this Bigfoot creature. Just punching John Lithgow in the face.
Is John Lithgow in that?
Yeah, he's like the main guy who's like, go away, Harry, we don't watch it.
He's not Harry.
No, he's like the main like part of the family.
Is that a TV show or a movie?
I think it's a movie.
And it's about like a Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Who becomes part of a family.
Yeah, and they kind of realise,
Elf, but
like a big like Neanderthal man.
Yeah,
who doesn't eat cats,
and he's got this kind of terrifyingly friendly face.
Yeah. It's insane.
It's one of those things I'd see like on a shelf in Blockbuster when I was a kid, and just like, I want to see that, and I never did, and I think I should at some point because it's got to be insane.
So yeah, Spider-Man does not punch Bigfoot in the face at all in this episode.
Well, again, I haven't lost where we were. Oh yeah, Jean DeWolf. Yeah, Jean DeWolf is just like she's just like a hard-edged, cool cop.
Yeah.
And there's an amazing storyline with her called, I think it's just called The Death of Jean DeWolf.
Okay.
or something like that, or I can't remember the name.
Is it
the
something like
storyline.
werewolf related, like
No, it's
Total Eclipse?
It's crazy because it's basically it's almost like a Daredevil story because it's like a crime drama. It's
Okay.
just she's a cop. She's been sort of this background character. He has a kind of a working relationship with her, and she is just killed by just this crazy gunman who's going around in a mask and killing people.
Yeah.
And it's just like a 5-issue series of him trying to catch
This crazy gunman.
Yeah, and it's personal because
This
it's
time
like
it's personal.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
because it's like his friend who got killed, and then Daredevil crosses over in this story, and Daredevil's the one who's kind of trying to hold Spider-Man back
So like you can't go after him. Like,
to like go into the dark side, and it's a really fucking great like little story, but it's very not necessarily a Spider-Man-y story.
no.
But for some reason they didn't go with Jean DeWolf, and they just came up with this new character.
Just a random like cop person. Like just like Spider-Man have like an equivalent in the comics. Is it there's like when he goes to the police? Is it like one person he talks to all the time?
I think it's changed. In the more recent issues, there's a character called Yuri Watanabe, who is that kind of character. She's the no
Is
nonsense.
she the one in the game?
Yeah, she's in the game as well.
Okay, like
And she's been adapted for more recent. I'm not sure when she came in, but she's in more of the recent comics, like from like I don't know 2010 onwards, maybe.
Okay.
And she's kind of there as he turns up at a crime scene, like what happened here, and she's the only cop who will talk to him. But she also, like, you know, her boss is saying, like, we gotta catch Spider-Man, and she's like giving him a tip to get away, that kind of thing. I think that's what Jean DeWolf was as well, and that's what Terry Lee is in this as well.
And this is the beginning of that relationship.
And as they're having this conversation, that's when this like gas fills the room, and through this mist, Mysterio arrives.
In this like fabulous costume, like there's no need for this something that insane.
For anyone who doesn't remember, I mean, you should just Google it because he looks amazing.
Yeah.
But he has this like purple cape. He's all in green and like yellow, like spandex, and then he has like a fishbowl for a head.
Yeah, which is like his defining like characteristic or trait, really, as a
And one thing that I've forgotten about him in this show, but whenever he turns up in other cartoons or games or whatever it is, he always has this almost high-pitched, crazy, weird voice.
Yeah.
Like he's kind of almost hysterical. But in this he has a bit of a... He is kind of very dramatic in his voice, but he's still kind of... It's kind of deep.
It's a low like boom to it.
Yeah, it actually sounds like a... I don't know, it's almost like he's trying to be threatening.
I am Mysterio, and I am putting Spider-Man on notice. There's no place you'll be able to hide, and nowhere you can run.
I feel like there's like I don't think that's his actual voice because we'll get to it, but like when they actually have him as just Quentin Beck, his voice sounds a bit different. But here it's kind of like booming all over the room, and he's like, I am Mysterio, I've come to beat the shit out of this Spider-Man fellow.
Yeah, which kind of makes sense. That's the way he's trying to project himself.
Yeah.
But yeah, like as you say, he turns up and he's kind of making use of the cameras that are there to be like, hey, I'm gonna catch this Spider-Man guy for what he did.
Yeah.
And making it this big public
Thing.
When people kind of question him for just being a crazy nut job in a costume who just showed up unaware, he takes his fishbowl head off and like rolls it down his shoulders and stuff.
That'll show them that you're not crazy.
Yeah, but also like, I'm a real deal. Look, I can do this with my head. I guess that means
If it wasn't real, could I do this with my head?
And then he does weird stuff, like he turns the head into a basketball.
It makes a little pun like, don't drop the ball.
Yeah, and he throws it at Jonah, and then the ball turns back into his head. He drops it. It bounces backwards into the air, then explodes into a tornado, which then makes a hole in the ceiling, and then all this rubble starts falling, but then it's all just an illusion, and everything disappears and the ceiling's fine.
Do you reckon all of that was planned ahead of time?
It must be. It's so elaborate and so ridiculous.
And so pointless.
But also, if he did that, if he just went, look, I can remove my head, haha, explode into a puff of smoke, that's pretty dramatic as it is. That's going to get people's attention. He didn't need to just go, look, and just like make the ceiling
explode.
collapse.
He knew J Jonah Jameson was going to like block that, take the ball and drop it. He knew it was going to bounce back to him. He knew exactly what was going to happen. He spent hours probably.
So yeah, and basically this illusion allows Peter to... He notices like, oh, why did I like wince as this rebel came towards me? Because my spider sense didn't go off.
Yeah.
So I knew it wasn't real, and sort of giving him a hint that, you know, this guy might be illusion based and not actually like a magician.
And gives us a hint on how to beat him.
Yeah, and also lets him know that this guy's a complete... He just loves the drama.
He's all about the drama. He's incredibly extra.
And then we cut to Peter leaving, like, on a bus.
Yeah.
And this bus, like, you guys have got to look this up, because he's on the bus, but they're so committed to this 3D background stuff that they've got him on the bus, and everything, the interior of the bus, the people on the bus are all 2D, and he's sat on this bus, but in the background, like through the windows, is the 3D landscape of these skyscrapers as they're going really fast down the street. And it just like makes your eyes bleed. It's so weird.
It's great. It's just...
Yeah, it's really strange.
And yeah, it's like it's travelling through just ugly past the windows. And Peter's like listening to some guy on the radio, because there's this like pro wrestler effectively on the bus.
Yeah, he's got like a boombox on his shoulder or whatever.
On his way to like win his girlfriend back or something.
and he's just like listening to this report on Spider-Man is turned up to rob the mall.
He's doing some robbing.
He's doing some very public, ridiculous robbing, and so immediately he just like goes over there as Spider-Man to try and find him.
And the guy like changes back to his rock music so he can like jam's ready for his big reveal at the end of this rom-com, which is happening as this episode goes on.
Yeah, just in the background.
Yeah.
Just say anything happening on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah, so John Cusack leaves.
Yeah.
And Spider-Man goes to the mall. It's a ridiculous sentence. And so he immediately sees this other Spider-Man robbing this shop, and he swings after him. Turns out that was an illusion. He just like plummets into this shop
decks it,
and just smashes through this window. And then that's when he sees Mysterio just pops up in front of him, and he goes, "Okay, I knew you guys were like,
you were connected, obviously."
Yeah, so I knew you were behind these fake robberies somehow." And after he connects these dots, he then tries to tackle Mysterio, but then immediately goes through him again because it's another illusion. And he kind of slowly like falls onto this bench, which then like completely flips over and lands on his face.
And just like slams, and like the whole mall sees him. Like no one laughs, but they laugh internally.
Yeah, it's this big embarrassing thing, and you think this is Spider-Man getting his own medicine, because think how annoying it will be for these very serious villains trying to take over the world, and the guy who's stopping them is just this wisecracking weirdo
in like a skin-tight suit.
Yeah,
which is not for sex at all.
Yeah, that must be so frustrating.
It must be so like if it was like a regular like hero guy, like I'll stop you, Dr. Octopus. He'd be like a bit like, okay, I'm gonna get you next time. But it's like this guy just talking shit the whole way through. You're like, fuck off, shut the fuck up.
In this case, it's like Spider-Man's kind of in that position where the person who's kind of making him look like weak in front of everyone is also this completely ridiculous guy with a fishbowl for a head. He's
making him look like an asshole. I mean, it's great. He's getting trolled in like the first time he's getting trolled. Maybe the last time he gets trolled.
Yeah, I can't really think of anyone else who trolls him so hard.
No, maybe like Venom, but like not to this extent, not in the same way.
Yeah, but that's like a dark, like an actual real life troll.
Yeah, so he's angry with them all.
Yeah, and that's when Mysterio is like, okay, I'm not going to fight you here. We're going to fight where you've ruined my life. And then he turns the wall. The wall sort of breaks apart and shows the Brooklyn Bridge. It's Brooklyn Bridge, right?
Yeah, I think Brooklyn Bridge, yeah.
Yeah, and he shows that, and then he has this yellow brick road sort of appear in the air and go through this portal to go all the way to the Brooklyn Bridge. And then he runs along this yellow brick road towards it. And of course, when Spider-Man goes to swing after him, he just like goes into the wall. There's nothing there.
I was kind of hoping he'd run into the wall and like little birds like toot around his head.
Well, he does make a sort of a cartoon joke about that. Be like, oh, I do feel like a certain coyote.
Which is like legally the closest he can get. So like, the question I have then is like, was Mysterio here at all? Because how would he escape if like he was never really there?
He didn't need to be there because there was no physical contact with anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything he tried to get was a hallucination.
Yeah.
So it could have all just been these like holographic whatever illusions he's doing. Either way, Spider-Man goes like, okay, I'm going to go to Brooklyn Bridge and find out what's going on here. Mysterio's already there, and everyone already knows that they're going to, I guess the news spread, so they all know they're going to face off here.
Yeah.
So there's all these cars parked on the bridge to watch. Mysterio's just stood on the top of the bridge, like waving at people.
Hey, everybody!
Yeah, it's just completely ridiculous, but he's like loving this.
He's milking up every second of it.
Yeah, and then Spider-Man arrives and he's booed like he's like the pantomime villain.
Yeah, that's what it reminds me of actually. It's very pantomime-y, isn't it?
Yeah, oh, that's just like Mysterio's whole thing. He loves it.
He loves the drama. He lives for the drama.
As soon as they start fighting, he starts shooting like balls of light at Spider-Man, which kind of like float around him. So I'm not even sure what they are really.
I don't know. Cause he gets on the platform at the top of the bridge, and then he kind of shoots these weird thingies, and they kind of send him off the bridge. He starts falling, grabs onto the wall,
And that's when Mysterio sort of shoots a laser at the edge and sends some rubble falling down on him. And Spider-Man's like, yeah, I know this trick. You did this earlier. And just stands there. And then his spider sense goes off. He's like,
as
wait
it
a minute.
lands on his head, he's like, oh shit, this isn't a loop. And then just gets his ass handed to him by these rocks.
Just plummets into the water. And then disappears. And everyone's like, the police are searching. And they're like, oh, I guess Spider-Man's dead.
He just drowned.
But then he pops up on the shoreline after swimming away. And he's managed to get away by... He's made like a web net to trap air so that he can breathe in.
That's the craziest thing I've ever heard. I still can't understand what's going on.
It kind of makes sense.
No, it doesn't.
It kind of does. Like you can do that thing where like it's like the Pirates of the Caribbean.
That doesn't make sense either.
I mean, it's like the muscle strength you'd have to pull that air under, right? And it would have to be airtight.
It would just bubble into the water, like.
I don't know.
The water would just immediately just
I feel like I've done this kind of thing.
You definitely haven't done it to that extent.
No, it's not to that extent, but I feel like I've fucked around with that as a kid, where you're just in a swimming pool and you have something like that and you pull it down.
You need it needs to be completely airtight, otherwise you'll just.
Well, it needs to be airtight, and you need to have the proportional strength of a spider.
Yeah.
But either way, it is kind of ridiculous because it's just like a bag of webbing he's just made around his head.
And it's just to breathe in.
Yeah, it's weird because it's like one of those...
Like a webbing oxygen tank.
It's one of those things that he'd do with his webbing a lot in the 67 cartoon and those very early issues. It's this ridiculous stuff that doesn't quite make sense with the webbing.
Yeah.
Which kind of goes away by this point, but he still pulled it back for this.
One last parlor trick. The more you think about it, the more it makes my head hurt. I mean, sure, Spider-Man. Whatever floats your boat, man. But yeah, he escapes. He makes some like knockoff comment about being like, oh yeah, I need a snorkel next time.
Yeah.
Which is much better.
And then he heads back home, sort of defeated. He sees the report on how Spider-Man's been defeated by Mysterio. Then he gets a call from MJ, who's like, yeah, tonight was the date. And he's like, oh crap, I forgot that.
He didn't think of it cute. He didn't just said, I forgot. I'd be like, I was caught up at work or anything other than I just didn't think to like see.
At least it's honest. And also, like, if there was any other thing, like I got caught up with work and I just chose not to let you know. It's kind of more of a deliberate decision. I don't know if that's worse than just forgetting, because at the end of the day that might be annoying, but it's still like you're an idiot, not that you were like malicious.
You're an idiot, not an asshole.
Yeah,
so Spider-Man's like, oh shit, well, they're gonna find John Cusack and get my boombox for an apology.
And so she's like one strike you out. So she's really pissed off, and he's so annoyed by this that he just like gives up being Spider-Man. He's like, what's the point in this? And throws his costume aside. But he's very quickly given a sort of reminder of what this is really about, because Terry has turned up
at his house
and she wants more information because I guess she has no leads, so she's just talking to the photographer like all the time. And he's kind of dismissive. She's like, can you help me find Spider-Man? He's kind of like, fuck that guy who gives a shit about him. He's been defeated.
He's dead now.
And he's probably like really selling the fact that he is not Spider-Man at this point.
He's a bit mad, like Spider-Man just in general. He's just like, fuck this dude. And then, like, this kind of, like, delves into, like, something that I don't think they touched at this point during the show. The whole kind of great power, great responsibility thing. Because she says...
Well, she says she's been following Spider-Man for all these years, and she's trying to figure out who he is and all this stuff. And the one thing she sort of picked up from him is that he's not someone who will ever leave someone who's in need of help. And she kind of uses it to guilt trip him, like, you know, I thought if you were hanging around Spider-Man all the time, maybe that would have rubbed off on you a bit. Makes him feel guilty. And that's when he thinks like, well, there was one time that Spider-Man didn't help someone. And we get this flashback to what happened with Uncle Ben, which we thought like maybe wouldn't be covered at all in this show, but apparently it is.
And like they're very like tasteful around it. They kind of give us a really weird like wrestling thing, which is kind of like very similar to the movie.
I mean, a lot of that is like quite similar to the comic as well, but they just do this very quick bare bones version, which is all you really need, because even the original origin issue is very bare bones. He's like, when I first got my Spider-Man powers, I went into wrestling.
Because that's what you do when you have spider powers, is wrestling.
So he's fighting Crusher Hogan, who gets a different name, I think, in the movie.
Bonesaw.
Bonesaw, yeah. Which is...
played by Randy Macho Man Savage, I believe?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. But he's recalling how he was in this wrestling game. He's like getting something out of a locker, and a thief is running away. Someone's calling for him to stop the thief, and he's kind of like, well, I'm a wrestler, I'm not a cop. So he just doesn't. So he just lets the guy go.
It's a great way of putting it.
I mean, Yeah, it's
got
kind
a
of
point.
like. I mean, that's the kind of thing about it because it's kind of shitty, but it's also like I think you can imagine just someone doing who's not necessarily a villainous person, just someone who's feeling a bit bitter.
Yeah. Someone who's on a good day.
Yeah. So he heads home and finds that the police are at Aunt May's house, and a policeman comes up to him and reveals that his uncle and aunt were burgled by this guy.
Yeah.
And during sort of a skirmish to stop him, Uncle Ben was shot and killed by this guy. And of course, as Spider-Man, he goes out to get revenge. Heads to the warehouse where he's holding up from the cops, fights the guy, unmasks him, and reveals that it's the thief from earlier.
Yeah.
Which is very similar to all the origins, kind of go
Yeah.
with this basic premise.
And that's where you learn this lesson. And it kind of like fades back in, and Spider-Man's like, well, I had to be Spider-Man.
And repeats that lesson of
With great power comes great responsibility.
yeah. So that's kind of the reminder he needed of this is why I'm doing this in the first place. Like I can't just let my ego
Yeah.
stop me.
This is not purely a sex thing.
You're really trying hard to like sell that, and I'm going to cut all of it out.
Cut it if you dare.
I'm going to cut all those out and then just put them all at the start, so it's just you.
This is a sex thing. This is not a sex thing. This is definitely not a sex thing. And watch your subscriber count just plummet.
Yeah.
Hubble's the sex thing, man.
Yeah, I'm going to unsubscribe from our podcast. But that's when he gets his costume back on and he goes and he finds Terry.
Yep.
And they're talking and they're trying to figure out who Mysterio is. So he's talking to her and he's like, well, he said I ruined his life on the Brooklyn Bridge. But then the best thing about this is that he clearly has ruined so many lives specifically on the Brooklyn Bridge that he's kind of like,
He has no idea.
He's like, yeah, it could be anyone. Like, I can't really remember.
It could be like 7 different people.
So then he's searching and like, okay, let's look up Spider-Man incidents that happened on the Brooklyn Bridge. And there's like this long list of all these crazy things that have happened. And then they go, oh, okay, well there was... And he's like, oh yeah.
There's
The
a helicopter
one.
crash.
I remember this now. And he flashes back again to... One day there was a film crew filming this car chase scene on Brooklyn Bridge and they had all these explosions go off and one of them was too big and there's like a camera helicopter I guess nearby that's kind of hit by an explosion because it's too big and they're kind of about to crash. Spider-Man saves them before the helicopter explodes, but Spider-Man immediately notices that there was an extra explosive. I don't know how he noticed that actually, but he realizes that this special effects guy, Quentin Beck, has added an extra explosive thing to...
Because he wanted a big explosion.
Yeah, because he was like, I don't know, I guess he thought it was cooler, so he just went against all regulations to do it. And
Instead of a controlled explosion, like, unannounced in this movie set.
so he immediately webs him up, and Quentin Beck has to go to jail for a year. And
I don't know if that's harsh or lenient.
yeah, I don't know how this stuff works. Maybe he played it off in trial that it was an accident or something, so it was like more like endangering lives by like accident.
Yeah, reckless endangerment maybe.
Yeah, something like
Instead
that.
of like manslaughter, as it would have been had like the helicopter like exploded with the guy in it.
Yeah, so he's like cursing Spider-Man as he's going back, and Terry reveals. Well, first Terry's
Like,
Terry's
how do you not remember this?
yeah, how would you not remember this? And Spider-Man's just like, literally, so much shit happens to me all the time. I just can't remember.
This is like a typical Wednesday for me.
It's just so great.
This is something you have trouble remembering?
Hey, I hear that kind of thing 2-3 times a week.
Then she finds out, okay, well, he's out of jail now, and now he's like at this movie studios in the city.
Yeah.
So they go off, and then Spider-Man faxes J Jonah Jameson, who's like in his like weirdly massive like Humvee
Like
limousine.
Yeah.
It's like ridiculous.
He's like typing out like some like expose on Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And he gets a fax.
Yeah, and it's just like this long message from Spider-Man saying,
Hey, Chuckles.
yeah, and just fucking with him. And J Jonah Jameson is really like happy when he's reading it for some
Like,
reason.
Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Yeah, and he's just like, oh, I guess I'll go to the studios and find out what's going on.
Yeah.
I don't know where Spider-Man even wants him to go there, really. But I guess to expose him?
Like if it go, yeah. Like, it's just
Or
more
just to
reckless
fuck
and
with him? I'm not sure.
just to ruin his day.
Spider-Man arrives at this movie studio. When he breaks in, he finds that, oh, okay, there's this Spider-Man costume here. There's suction cups on these, like, on the hands and feet so that it can cling to walls. There's blueprints of Brooklyn Bridge and the museum and all this stuff. And then he finds these little cube things.
Which kind of like have the illusions on them, don't they?
Yeah, they like project them out of their side, so he can create these illusions, and there's loads of them now. So he's like, oh, okay, I figure out what's going on. This definitely was Mysterio behind all of this. Definitely Quentin Beck. And so
he heads upstairs.
Yeah, at which point he finds Mysterio, who's just like hanging out in full costume, typing on a computer.
He definitely does that on his own time as well.
Yeah, and Spider-Man's like, ha, I got you now. And he turns it around and like the helmet kind of comes off and just reveals a werewolf out of nowhere. And then this werewolf kind of like pounces on him, but it's very quickly...
Like an animatronic.
Yeah, it's just this animatronic werewolf that's just like, its arms are going up and down. It's not really doing anything. Yeah. And Spider-Man just like, he hits it, but he hits it in the funniest way. He hits it with his palm, just like slaps it in the face and knocks, just like absolutely like sucker punches this werewolf robot to the floor. And that's when Mysterio reveals himself actually in this control booth above him.
Also in full costume.
Yeah, also in full costume, because like, why not? Which you think he doesn't know that Spider-Man's going to track him down here, so maybe he's just like sat in this control booth waiting for him to turn up.
Come on, Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Any second now. Otherwise, I look stupid from this costume.
Then he like, the platform he's on, he raises up on this weird robot arm and starts spinning it around like it's some kind of amusement park ride. And
Spider-Man makes a little crack about, he's going to wait in line.
Yeah. Meanwhile, outside, Terry and Jonah have both arrived and they're trying to break in.
I feel Terry's just an idiot here. She's like pulling on this door, like, why won't it open?
Yeah, and Jonah just comes and just like knocks it open,
just
like
pushes
crazily.
It. Yeah. And we cut right back to Spider-Man.
He's being now attacked by more robots, and there's a Cyclops, Minotaur, and Medusa start attacking him, and he immediately makes a joke about Ray Harryhausen. Well, I don't know if you know, but he's like the guy he did a lot of these like early special effects stuff. He's quite a big name in the industry. Jason and the Argonauts.
No,
I don't know, a lot of these like stop motion and animatronic stuff. He kind of
pioneered it.
Yeah, he was a big pioneer, which is still like, I feel like even in the 90s, it's like no kid's gonna get that joke. No,
that's going way ahead.
And then he one-ups it with like, no, maybe Roger Corman, which again is another, like, that's like a film buff joke.
Yeah, it's like 1990 Fantastic Four.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of thing.
Actually, this might even be the same year or the year after that Roger Corman Fantastic Four came out. Wasn't that 94?
That was 90, wasn't it?
Oh, was it 90?
I think it was. Okay. I don't know. Captain America Fantastic Four was 1990.
Captain America, I'm pretty sure, was 90.
Okay, it may have been 94.
I don't think Roger Corman made the Captain America one, though, did he?
He didn't, but like that was the same kind of like shitty Marvel movie.
Yeah, they didn't know what they were doing in the
Absolutely 90s. Not. They didn't know they were doing really until like 2008. Like
this and the X-Men show were like the only thing that made sense in that decade.
Even like Iron Man was like, okay, this is fucking wild.
Yeah.
But no.
Following up these other animatronics is a giant T-Rex robot.
Of course.
Which is just... This is why I love Mysterio.
He's doing this.
He's doing this stuff because it's cool. You know, he's just like...
It doesn't help his plan any bit.
Yeah, he could have done so many other ways of like attacking him. Like all those robots are still like, they're not really like things for him to fight. They're just there to scare.
Just to fuck with him.
And Spider-Man immediately just swings into the mouth of the T-Rex.
Because that's the first thing you do. Because he thinks, first of all, it's an illusion.
Yeah.
And takes a piece of his costume. He's like, oh shit, this is real.
Yeah.
Better dive into its mouth.
And then he just starts, like, in the inside, just starts walking around. And it's, like, impossibly big, this T-Rex. Because he falls through a platform. Like, there's a trap.
Like, in its ass or something.
Yeah, and he just falls through. And I don't know if it stands in this perfect spot above a trapdoor so that he keeps falling down through into another floor of this building. Or if this T-Rex is just that big. Because he falls through into another massive room.
With, like, a spider web on it.
Yeah, now he's stuck on this giant spider web where these two...
robot tarantulas.
Yeah, like heading towards
flashbacks to like.
Yeah, to like. Yeah, he's had so many spider robots to fight so far.
He's like, fuck this.
Why do my enemies keep picking spider themes?
Well, Mysterio hints that because it's kind of ironic, actually.
As if we didn't realise.
Do you think he knows about the other spider robots and he's just like fucking with him, or like he's just like, well, this is something he's had to face 3 times before. I bet he's sick of this.
Yeah, I don't really know what these would have done because he's stuck to this web and he's like trying to fight free and they're slowly heading towards him. And they're robots. I don't know what they're gonna do if they're gonna. They're not like the Smythe robots. Yeah. They're not gonna like, shoot lasers or anything.
They're just gonna walk on his face.
Yeah, they're just gonna like, I don't know, like have robotic pincers and just start like biting him. Like what's gonna happen?
This really hurts. But yeah, when they get there, they kind of just like stand there, they don't really do anything. Again, it's just to fuck with him.
And at the same time, reveal that Terry and Jonah have immediately been caught.
Like, they fucked up. Like, the last thing we see them do is go into this building.
Yeah.
The next thing we see them, oh, they've been caught.
Yeah, they're just in a net, like, hanging from the ceiling, like this cartoon. Well, I was like, this cartoon.
Well, it's a cartoon.
It is literally a cartoon.
Fancy that.
I remember be this guy, like, taking a piss out of this cartoon. Like, what is this, a 90s morning cartoon?
Oh, wait.
Yeah. Oh no. What am I doing?
This podcast is a lie.
But they're holding him over these spikes.
And they're kind of lowering them down very slowly. And I'm kind
Yeah.
of thinking, like, that's not going to hurt them. That's just going to poke them lightly.
Yeah, until basically he releases them. But Spider-Man manages to pull himself up with a web
Yeah.
and
yeah.
swings over and catches them midair.
And, like, that was the end of Mysterio's plan. He doesn't really have a plan beyond that.
It's almost like he's just kind of like, I guess he's like, well, you know, either they die or I just have my fun and it's fine.
Yeah. I'm going to get arrested anyway. Well, I might as well just fuck around with it.
And then he pulls like this, which I don't know if anyone's played any Spider-Man game with Mysterio in. This is just a Mysterio boss fight.
Yeah.
Because he goes, oh, there are 5 of me. Which one's the real one? And Spider-Man just closes his eyes, uses his spider sense, and just
Kicks him in the face.
Just kicks the real one in the face, knocks him down. Terry arrests him, immediately out for the count.
It's actually really funny how it goes down.
Yeah.
There's all this like, kind of like build up, like, which one is it, Spider-Man? You would have one choice. He immediately just goes that one and kicks him in the face.
Another thing we should mention is that they're not just like 5 Mysterios stood there. They've each got a different type of gun. And one of them's like got a pistol, one of them's got an assault rifle, one of them's got like a bazooka.
It's like a weird like alien gun.
Yeah, and most of them like are kind of like the most realistic guns you get in this show, because even
Yeah.
the thugs in this like have like laser guns, but like Mysterio's just like got like a pistol and a
Yeah.
bazooka and stuff.
It's pretty unimaginative of him, actually, if you think about it.
I guess this is his trick, is that Spider-Man's gonna go, which one do I hit? Or maybe go for the wrong one, and he just gets a gun out and just shoots him. Like, that was the big plan.
Yeah. Surprise!
But it turns out that,
He gets kicked in the head.
yeah, and the next day, Peter's reading the Bugle, and it's just an article about Mysterio being arrested, and MJ turns up. They're just hanging out in Central Park, going for a walk. Weirdly enough, she apologizes to him. He's like, well, yeah, I'm sorry I bailed on the date. And she's like, yeah, I was too harsh on
I was
you.
being an asshole.
But I feel like if you just don't turn up for a date, that's like,
He effectively
good
stood her up.
yeah, it's a pretty good reason. For,
She
like,
didn't even
being
owe him a
annoyed.
phone call. She could have just, like, ghosted him.
Yeah,
If it happened today, or had I done that today, like, I would have been ghosted.
yeah.
She'd
And-
be back on Tinder right away. Like,
yeah, maybe because she doesn't have Tinder or anything like that. She's kind of like, yeah, this is going to take me a while to get another date.
yeah.
Although it was Mary Jane.
Mary Jane, like,
Yeah, she can get whatever date she wants.
yeah. But, like, maybe she wants this, like, really hench, like, nerd that her
Yeah.
aunt set her up with.
Who can do her homework for her.
Yeah.
Well, actually, at this point, he's like, oh, I can still help you with that physics one. She's like, oh, I just did the test and I passed it. Which I think is a nice kind of, like, reversal on it.
Yeah.
Because they do that a lot in, like, the early Spider-Man comics and stuff, with, like, Liz Allen being like, oh, come over and help me with my work, because I'm a dumb blonde and I don't know anything. And I'm clearly just bringing you over here so we can make out or whatever.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice that she kind of asked him over for that reason. But then she's like, oh, yeah, I just kind of, like, aced this test anyway.
I just studied. It's
Yeah.
actually that easy.
And,
It would have been funny for me if she'd failed.
yeah.
You're gonna kick me out of the school to cut my funding. It's all your fault.
And he's just there like, yeah.
Yeah, my bad.
Sorry, I was fighting a guy with a fishbowl for a head.
Of course you were. That's all they all say.
I feel like he doesn't have any good excuses for this stuff. But when you reveal that you're Spider-Man, then it's still this thing of like, oh, you were meant to like go to dinner with me and my parents today. Where were you? And it's like, oh, I was fighting Shocker. And it's like,
God damn
really?
it.
What did Shocker do? And it's just like, oh, I don't know. He was just like messing around. He's trying to steal some jewels. And I just kicked him in the head, and then the police arrived. And it's like, did you need to be there? Like, what are you doing?
And it gets like more and more petty as he avoids Mary Jane more. Like, I had to like swing over and like help this cat out of the tree.
Well, the thing is, it gets more ridiculous because it will sound, even though you know he's Spider-Man and that this universe has crazy stuff going on, there's a certain point where he's just like, oh, sorry, I was fighting my evil clone. And she's like, fuck off.
No, the
And
fuck
he's
you
like,
haven't.
sorry, I got like sucked into the multiverse and I was fighting alongside a version of me that was a pig. And she's just like, no, fuck off.
You're fucking with me at this point.
yeah.
If you're like a superhero in like a long-term relationship, it's a great way to get out of jail, you know? Why are you late from work? Oh, I was fighting crime, honey.
Yeah, crime happens.
Crime
sorry.
happens, yeah. So yeah.
At this point, he after this conversation with Mary Jane, he kind of like looks in his wallet and sees like this photo of
Before we
Uncle
get to
Ben.
that though, like she kind of like makes this point of like, oh yeah, theatre and physics are pretty much the same thing.
Oh, right.
I'm like, no, they're not.
But you know, physics is a lot like theater. I get it now. It's all about making sense out of life. Once I realized that, it was easy.
I feel like Mary Jane's just this like super smart person who's just very comfortable pretending not to be smart.
I hope so. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe because maybe that's what someone says if they're just incredibly talented at everything.
They're pretty much the same thing, right? Physics and theatre.
Yeah,
It's how you understand life.
So Peter just looks at this photo of Uncle Ben like, "Cheers, mate, for the advice."
Thanks for the assist, bud.
Which is it's kind of nice because you don't want to overplay that stuff, but
Like if it went every episode, it'd be just a pain in the ass. Like,
Yeah.
Thanks, Uncle Ben, who is dead, for like helping me learn this valuable lesson. It's very like classic Saturday morning cartoon. I'm kind of glad they go well away from that this time.
and also they bringing it in at this point. It's kind of interesting because you think of certain characters you might try and tie in with the origin, and I would never think of Mysterio because Mysterio is such a crazy character to bring in with the way he looks and his illusions and his complete love of drama. It's a weird thing to connect to Uncle Ben, but this kind of thematically works because like in the last episode with Dr. Octopus, they kind of actually try and have some running themes in this because I feel like they're actually running the idea of consequences and responsibility throughout this.
Yeah.
And it's not like overly complicated.
It's very subtle.
It's just like there and it's just simple, but they're actually like playing by the rule book a bit and just showing that our actions have consequences.
But not in a very like ham-handed way, which I appreciate.
Yeah, I get it now too. Thanks for helping me make sense out of my life, Uncle Ben. Spider-Man's life too.
But yeah, that's the end of the episode. What did you think of this one actually?
I think it's good. I still don't think nothing has so far topped that Return of the Spider Slayers
Episode 3 is still on top.
which was just like I just enjoyed so much. But this one is great. I did like enjoy it a lot because it's very much like it's like the last one with Doc Ock where it's quite fast paced.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's not serious like that one was.
No, this was a lot more fun.
Yeah, so it gets to be more fun. And I do like the idea of Mysterio being this ridiculous villain that still has some consequences. Like he's not like Shocker where he becomes this character who turns up and just gets one punch out every time.
Yeah.
I mean, he kind of does, but he will actually give him some challenges along the way.
Yeah. It's not. Yeah, it's going to be an actual like fight worth like a story arc rather than just like here's a guy I'm going to beat up at the beginning of this episode because he's here. He's got shocking like things on his wrist and he's completely useless apart from that.
Yeah.
Wearing a dumb costume with no armor and just punch him in the head every time.
I always did like a good cliffhanger.
We can go into the origin of Mysterio now.
Let's just dive right in.
Interestingly enough, what are you doing?
I'm doing the whole like diving in thing.
Oh, right. Again, no cameras. No one
Well,
can
you
see
know.
you swimming.
You can see me swimming. That's all I care about.
Oh, okay. But
How do you feel about that?
how do I feel? It's so therapy, you know.
Yeah, I accept your opinion and please go on with your statement about this show.
What's going on right now? Am I like losing my mind?
You already have. Jack. This is all a figment of your imagination. You're actually in a padded cell right now.
Don't do that. That's actually gonna freak me out. I don't know that. I hate that kind of thing with like reality isn't real. It freaks me out too easily.
Well, maybe I'm your Mysterio. Maybe this is all part of the episode.
See, that's what I like is that Mysterio is kind of bad at it.
Yeah. And he was genuinely good at it. Be like, holy shit, this is terrifying.
Okay, so going into the origin, there's actually very little differences here.
Okay.
They actually effectively done the exact same story, but they just like done their own version of it. The original comic, he was created by Stan Lee and Steve Ditko for The Amazing Spider-Man 13, fairly early on.
Okay.
First of all, we mentioned in an earlier episode, briefly, that in The Amazing Spider-Man 2, the comic, not the movie,
Well, thank fuck.
Spider-Man faces off against the Tinkerer, who like makes gadgets and stuff, and it turns out he's working for aliens.
Of course.
And I explained to you that later they retconned that those aliens were fake because they were people in suits or whatever, because they realised it was kind of ridiculous to have Spider-Man fight Martians in the second issue.
Martian employers, no less.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you think their benefit system is like? Do you reckon they get like health insurance and all that?
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't think they really, like, you know how there's a problem of, like, employers not seeing their workers as humans? You know, because they're not treating them with human rights.
Yeah.
So if you are Martian, you're not giving those humans Martian rights.
Yeah, it wouldn't make any sense at all.
Yeah, you're like, well, this is a dog to me. Like,
Yeah.
who cares? Like,
Yeah.
it's just a smart dog.
Give it some food and then take it for a walk sometime.
But it turns out they later retcon that they weren't Martians,
Yeah.
and the person behind it was Mysterio.
Does the Tinkerer know it's Mysterio?
I think they're working together, and they both know.
Oh.
And they made these Martians. I'm not sure why. I just, like, while I was looking this up, I was like, oh yeah, it was Mysterio.
Oh.
So technically, that's his first interaction with Spider-Man, even if Spider-Man didn't know about it.
I also think that Tinkerer didn't know, and like he thinks he's been recruited by aliens, and it's just like Mysterio fucking with him as well.
Yeah. This is why Mysterio is so great, because he'd do stuff like, yeah, let's just, like, make some aliens. He just loves this shit.
Yeah. Like if he just didn't fuck around, he'd probably be a lot better, but here he's just like kind of crippling himself just by being so elaborate for no reason whatsoever.
But in The Amazing Spider-Man 13,
Yeah.
you have the same start of Spider-Man robbing somewhere, but this time it's a bank.
Okay.
And everyone's, like, watching him as he is shown jumping high, climbing walls, catching people in a web, swinging away. And you know how in this episode, Peter Parker sees that news report and he's like, oh, it's just a guy in a costume, and then sees him shooting webs and climbing walls, and he's kind of like, that's weird.
Yeah.
The reaction of the one in the comics is immediately to... Because he's so much more insecure.
Yeah.
He goes, I've gone crazy. He goes, literally, how could someone have the exact powers I have? That must have been me. Have I got a split personality? And he starts, like, having a breakdown over it, like, immediately. And then also what keeps happening is he keeps going like, okay, well, I'm stressed. I just need to calm down. And he goes to sleep, and then he wakes up and finds out that Spider-Man's robbed a bank. So he's like, am I doing it in my sleep? What the fuck? Like, he's freaking out about it. So he goes to a psychiatrist.
Oh shit.
But then he goes in, and then the guy's like, he's like in it for the money. Like, oh man, I make so much money being the psychiatrist of
Just
Spider-Man.
fucking with this dude.
Yeah, so he goes on to Spider-Man, but he kind of goes down and he realizes, wait, if I actually sit down with this guy and start confessing things about my life, that's probably the wrong thing to do when I got a secret identity.
That's a terrible thing to do.
Yeah, so he comes in, he's like, oh, I want a psychiatrist, and he goes, oh, no, never mind, actually, and jumps out the window. And leaves him
customer
again.
lost, jumped out the window.
And when he starts trying to fight crime and stuff, people hate him now, so people are like, as soon as he lands anywhere, everyone's like, and start chasing him with sticks and stuff. So
Pitchforks and like torches, like he's like Bigfoot or something.
and then Mysterio arrives, and kind of in the same way he does in the episode, but this time in the Daily Bugle. And this is my favourite thing, is Mysterio. Like, you think when he arrives in the episode, Jonah's like, oh, it's just another weirdo in a costume.
Yeah.
But kind of goes onto his side a bit. In this, J Jonah Jameson, his first thing he says is like, how do we know you're not Spider-Man? Which is this long running thing in all these comics of accusing villains of being Spider-Man in disguise. And it's so great. But Mysterio's kind of like, yeah, I don't care. And he's like,
That was amazing.
here's a note, and he gives him like this piece of paper saying, print this in your paper, and it says, it's addressed to Spider-Man, saying, meet me on the top of the Brooklyn Bridge if you want to find out the truth about yourself. And then this note like burns up and self-destructs.
It's in 5 seconds.
And they put it in the
So
paper.
extra.
Yeah, so ridiculous. But then he puts it in the paper, and at this point, Jonah starts like championing Mysterio, like, yeah, he's gonna get him. And Spider-Man turns up, which is kind of a better setup because it's not like turn up to fight me. It's like
Try out to find out what's going on.
yeah, like something's weird's going on with your life. If you want to figure out what's happening, then come to me. So he's trying to play up, trying to make him think he's a bit crazy.
Okay.
Then he turns up and they have a very similar encounter as they do in the episode, but Mysterio kind of uses more different sort of technology. Like at one point he's like walking on walls. He's clearly got some kind of way of jumping high and flipping around. And gliding like on smoke and just weird stuff. And then when Spider-Man webs him, he kind of like puts his hand out and just like Matrix stops the webbing. So it just doesn't hit him.
That's cool.
And at this point, he's really talking up the fact that he's got these, like, my power is greater than yours. So he's playing up like he's actually got powers.
Milking it the whole way through, laughing it up.
And then he surrounds him in smoke. I'm not sure if this comes up in the show, but the whole thing in the comic is that smoke that he always produces to, like, disappear in or whatever blocks his spider sense. So he immerses him in this spider sense blocking smoke and just starts beating him up. Because he's like, well, he doesn't know where the blows are coming anymore.
Yeah.
And at this point, Spider-Man he's like, I'm getting my ass kicked. And he just jumps off into the water rather than getting knocked down. And then he does the exact same thing he does in the show with the webbing,
the web bag.
But he does a massive one in the comics. He makes a massive parachute thing and to get away with. Again, it makes more sense in 1964.
That is in 1994.
Yeah,
30 years later.
And then we have this great thing where Mysterio doesn't really have the waving to the crowds on the Brooklyn Bridge. But what he does do is, after he's defeated Spider-Man, he gets into this open roof car and goes on a parade around New York. I think it must have been organised by Jonah or something, who's loving this guy at this point.
I love it wasn't. He just had that ready just in case.
But it's just literally he's driving around like he's the president, just waving at people,
kissing babies.
Yeah, it's so just knocking his fishbowl against these babies' heads.
He's just funnying babies with the fishbowl head.
I love the idea of him being so ridiculous and then people loving him. I love this completely normal guy.
He just headbutted my baby. What a great guy.
Oh, it's so great. I suppose even the name Mysterio, it's not a villainous evil name. It's the name of a goofy superhero made up in the 30s.
Yeah, or a sidekick to Wonder Dog or something.
A sidekick to Wonder Dog.
Yeah.
Who's Wonder Dog anyway?
The dog, the green dog.
The green dog?
The cartoon with the green dog and the... What am I thinking of?
With this Crypto, the super dog?
No, I'm thinking of the other one.
Is this Wonder Woman's dog?
No, that guy.
Oh shit, Wonder Dog. Yeah. Yeah, I remember. Henry's just showing me a photo. I guess this will be in the show notes. Now that we mentioned an image, this has to be in the show notes.
I don't know why I know this.
Yeah, okay. We can fuck it. Let's put the Wonder Dog theme tune in.
Flashing through the sky.
Okay, let's not get distracted. We're not talking about fucking Wonder Dog.
And his trusty psychic Mysterio.
Oh shit! Wait, is there Wonder Dog has he's a psychic to someone, isn't he?
I don't know. Wait. I don't know why this is in my brain.
Wait, I'm gonna look this up. Wait, Wonder Dog.
Wow, there's some really weird shit on the internet. So there's a Scooby-Doo comic where he teams up the Green Lantern apparently.
Oh shit, he's a comic. Oh, I'm getting confused with another superhero dog.
I think I'm getting confused with the robot, not robot one. There's two different kinds of Wonder Dog.
Okay, currently on the dog superheroes category of Wikipedia.
That rabbit hole.
DynoMutt. I'm thinking of
DynoMutt.
DynoMutt Dog Wonder. That's why you're thinking, because he's not Wonder Dog, he's Dog Wonder.
He's fearless, scareless, a little too careless. DynoMutt. He's a go-go dog person. That's me, Dog Wonder.
I was thinking of DynoMutt Dog Wonder, but there's also a Wonder Dog.
Yeah, he's actually a comic book guy.
And he hangs out with a falcon dude? Man, comics are fucking weird.
But this wasn't Wonder. DynoMutt the Dog Wonder is a TV show. He's not a comic book. He's just a Hanna-Barbera thing. Yeah, I think. Whereas Wonder Dog,
it's an actual thing.
I know he's canon. I don't know. Fuck it. Whatever the fuck. I don't know what goes on in DC. I know my Marvel stupid shit, but DC
whole other level.
Yeah, you gotta go to someone else for that.
That's some crazy shit.
There's not many superpowered dogs in the Marvel universe. There's a ghost dog.
What?
It's not Forrest Whitaker.
Why is the dog a ghost? Well, obviously it died, but why is it a ghost? What does it do? What does it do?
What does what do?
The dog ghost.
He's called Bats. I just remember there was a thing going around on Twitter of this, I think it's a Doctor Strange comic where Spider-Man's in it, and they're just hanging out, and there's just a ghost dog there, and Spider-Man and ghost dog get along really, really well.
Of course.
Yeah, but there's this dog is one of the only people who give Spider-Man any respect.
Is he super wise as well?
I don't know. I don't really know much about this guy. But anyway, we're going back to this origin of Mysterio.
Somehow we got the Wonder Dog.
Yeah, he's going around like waving like he's the queen or whatever.
Like the Pope, I guess.
Yeah, he's like... Maybe that's part of his ultimate plan, is to become the Pope.
He's learned Latin, but that's like a small step in a giant plan.
The only person at this point who's on Spider-Man's side really is Flash, who's like talking shit about Mysterio and stuff, which is interesting because what they've revealed of Spider-Man Far From Home in the trailer for the next Spider-Man movie, which will star Mysterio, played by Jake Gyllenhaal, shows like a little clip of everyone going like, "Oh, Mysterio's super cool," and then Flash being the one who's like, "Yeah, he's fucking bullshit compared to Spider-Man,"
yeah.
Without obviously knowing that the kid he's shit talking on the side is
like as he like
Spider-Man.
finishes like praising Spider-Man, he's like, "Hey, Peter, you dickhead."
And then Spider-Man does his Jim face to the camera.
Which is great.
Which was the thing that sold me the most on that trailer. I love that dynamic.
Yeah.
Which is, like, again, like, I feel like what might be interesting about that movie is that they're probably following a similar plot as this, where Mysterio has a fake threat to come out and be the superhero of, and he wants all the glory and everything, but it turns out he's a secret asshole.
But I feel like in the trailer so far, it kind of like has Spider-Man being like an ally rather than an enemy.
Yeah, so I don't think he's doing a direct anti-Spider-Man thing, but maybe creating problems for himself to solve.
Or like, showing him up or something like that.
Yeah, but either way, it seems like they're finding their own way to do it, which is interesting. But back in the origin, Mysterio comes to the Bugle again and basically says, like, his part of his whole thing is that he's like, now that I've got this glory, I will unmask to the Bugle.
Yeah.
At some point, and that the Bugle for the exclusive will pay him like thousands of dollars. At which point Peter gets to meet Mysterio and they shake hands, but he places a little spider tracer on him while he does it.
Yeah.
Tracks him down to a movie studio, kind of like in the episode. That's when he confronts Mysterio and says, "I know you impersonated me," and Mysterio goes, "Oh, okay," and then goes on this huge villain monologue.
Of course he does.
Where he's going like, "Oh, I was a movie stuntman, I did special effects, I design costumes, I do props, I do all this kind of different stuff." And he had no revenge motive like he does in the show. He just did this stuff on the side, and then he was like, "You know what? I've been watching this Spider-Man guy. I bet I can replicate that artificially." They don't actually explain this in the episode, but he finds a way of like making a fake, he calls it like a nylon cord to impersonate the webbing.
Okay.
So he makes his version of that. He makes the suction cups to climb walls. He makes like these spring things in his boots so that he can jump high. Like he got these spring shoes.
Kangarooing it up.
Yeah, and then his idea is like, it's not really a revenge thing. He's just like, well, I can rob a bank. I can get away with these like common powers, and Spider-Man will get all the blame. And then he goes like, actually, why don't I also come up with a separate identity, and then I can sort of show Spider-Man up, and I can make all this money through crime, but then also get all this glory of being a superhero as well. So then he just comes up with the Mysterio character, which is, I guess, Quentin Beck's idea of like a cool superhero.
This motherfucker has way too much time in his hands.
Yeah. The one thing I do love about the comic version as well, which this is, I mean, you can roll your eyes at this, everyone listening, but I do love his, in the comics, he's got like checkered, he's got like, he's wearing like a onesie that's like, is like dark green with like a checkered pattern over it, and then he's got these like, the things that are buttoning, what do you call his cape on? Like, that are on his shoulders have like these big eyes on them that shoot lasers and stuff.
That is spectacular.
He has such a good look, and it's one of those things that's kind of silly when it's removed from that original design.
It looks insane.
But when you go back to the original Steve Ditko drawings, it also looks ridiculous, but it looks ridiculous in this really strange, like, alien way. Like, it almost looks like
otherworldly.
It looks like the design someone would make up for a sci-fi movie from the 50s or something, which makes sense that Quentin Beck would do that.
Yeah.
As this guy who's obsessed with movies and special effects.
Ah, okay. My question is though, like, with all like his like special effects skills, like, how he's not getting hired all the time for movies and stuff.
Well, maybe he is, but he's just like, well, robbing banks makes more money. Or he just wants the glory, or he's just a huge dickhead.
He might just be a huge dickhead.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. That's the great thing about most of Spider-Man's villains, is that they're not tortured souls or anything. They're just
assholes.
They're just assholes. And some of them are very simple assholes. Like Vulture, Shocker, Electro, Sandman. These are all just dickheads who just got powers. And some of them have more complicated personalities, but there are a bunch of them that are just dicks.
Yeah. You met him on screen, like, that's just an asshole.
And that's why everyone talks shit about Electro, but I love Electro because he's just a dickhead. Like, before he gets powers, he's just a prick.
Yeah.
Like, they write that into his origin, of just, like, adding little details about him being a dick to people at work.
Like, he just steals, like, your lunches, and, like, he pretends he doesn't know your birthday, but he remembers, and he eats your cake.
And during this, like, ridiculous monologue that Mysterio is on, he also reveals that he had these magnets in his shoes to help him, like, stick to walls.
Metal walls,
and he had smoke ejectors on his boots to, like, make all that smoke come around him. He has an acid spray that comes out of his hands, which is how it looked like he was stopping the webs. He was just dissolving it before it hit him.
Okay.
So he had, like, quite elaborate, and the way this is drawn in the comic is kind of awesome because Steve Ditko's drawings are just, like, incredible anyway, but he just clearly loves going into detail. There's, like, 4 pages of just, like, how Mysterio did stuff.
How long must it have taken him? Like, weeks? Months?
Yeah, a long time. But he does all this, and Spider-Man's like, oh yeah, I just taped everything you just said. Thanks for this.
Thanks,
now you're incriminated. And this leads to one of my favourite fights in the comics, because Mysterio's whole thing is about being ultra prepared. And he kind of does this in the episode 2 of just having these ludicrous traps set up. But because in the comic, he doesn't expect to be found. Yeah. He's just like, oh shit, and just like running away. So like this whole thing is him running across a movie set and Spider-Man chasing after him, and he's just like doing whatever he can to fight him. And he's still got his stuff so he can still like throw
improvise.
The smoke out and stuff like that. But there's like stuff where they're running across a set while they're filming, and he like picks up a camera, just like swings at Spider-Man's head, just throwing like just props at him. It's really like this kind of funny, but also
it's like a very 60s cartoon almost.
Yeah, and but it's also just like a satisfying thing because it's about this guy who's spent this entire story shit talking and talking about how great he is and showing how Spider-Man's nothing, and just to see Spider-Man just like take him down.
Him like completely flustered, like, oh shit, what do I do?
Yeah, and then Spider-Man just hands in like the tape and ties him up, and then one of the many issues in which ends with Jonah realizing he's bankrolled a supervillain and just face palming, like cut to credits sort of thing.
Oh, not again, Jonah. Oh, it's fucking great. How many times does that happen in the comics? Like, I know it happens like once on purpose.
What, the Spider Slayer?
No, the Scorpion, I was gonna say.
Oh, right. Well, we'll go into that later with the Scorpion.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he funds the Spider Slayers in the comics.
How much money does this guy have?
He makes a lot of money. He's always writing checks.
Like, he must be broke at this point.
Well, he's also, like, he's notoriously stingy.
Okay.
So it's like he spends all this money on, like trying to get Luke Cage to beat up Spider-Man. Yes, that happens in an issue.
Oh my god.
Just because he just paid... Because Luke Cage is a hero for hire. So just give him some money. He's like, yeah, I'll beat him up.
What do you do? Doesn't matter. Don't worry about it.
But
sure.
He'll do that kind of thing. But then it's like when Peter Parker wants to be paid, he's always like paying him like 10% of what it's worth.
Yeah.
You know, so which is probably how he's like super rich.
Yeah.
He's just being like
he's just fucking over people.
Yeah, just fucking everyone over. One thing with Mysterio that I don't know how many of the Spider-Man games you've played, but Mysterio always comes up, and I feel like that's why he's kind of stood out in my mind more so than a lot of other villains, because he's just like in every medium. Because I think he's just a fun guy to include in any of these serialized things, and especially in the games, because you can do anything.
Yeah.
I remember the Spider-Man PS1 game, he becomes giant and you swing across these different platforms.
Yeah.
And, you know, you can do any kind of goofy stuff with him because you like,
anything
whatever
goes.
happens, it's like, yeah, it was a giant robot, or yeah, it was an illusion.
There's always some kind of like trick to it.
Yeah. There was even like an entire Mysterio game. I don't know why. I was just like a stupid little nerd. I was just like I just played this game through like 5 times.
Oh my god.
There was it's not called, what was this episode called? The Menace of Mysterio?
Yeah.
Okay, this game's called Mysterio's Menace. And
yeah.
and it's just this Game Boy game, and it's just
okay.
Oh fuck, it's got Big Wheel in it.
Oh, of course it does.
Yeah, for anyone who doesn't know Big Wheel, we'll go into him one day, but
you're gonna wait for this.
Yeah, it's a guy in a big wheel.
Like a hamster.
Yeah, he's just like rolling around, and made for a GBA Spider-Man game, but Mysterio is the big villain in this one for some reason. But I always saw him on all that stuff, and I always thought he was cool as a kid. And now I'm older, I'm like, he's ridiculous.
This guy's like,
and that's
jackass.
why I love him. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can't believe getting a movie where he's the main antagonist.
Played by Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, and Jake Gyllenhaal is in this stage of his career where he's like doing crazy shit.
He doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Has he won an Oscar yet?
No, I think he's...
Not even like Nightcrawler.
No, he didn't get anything for Nightcrawler. I don't think Nightcrawler really got any awards really.
Not even a nomination.
I don't think so. I think it was just like one of those critic favourites of the year, or cult favourites, but it didn't really.
No one like campaigned for it.
Yeah,
wildly.
it didn't. He might have. I don't know if he got nominated for Brokeback Mountain.
He may have.
If he did, if he got nominated for anything, it would have been that. Anyway, he's clearly taken these strange roles. Like he's very strange in Nightcrawler and in intense, strange psychopathic performance that was incredible. And then he did some mental, I loved him so much in Okja. He's so strange. He's got a voice like the Riddler, and he's wearing this ridiculous costume. He's got a mustache, and he's just like doing these weird body movements as he talks with this screechy voice. He's incredibly camp.
He's playing it up.
Yeah, he clearly can do this, which makes me hope that he brings a little bit of that craziness to Quentin Beck. Cause,
I really hope he does.
Yeah. I didn't even say, what did you think of this episode?
I actually really enjoyed it. If we're ranking the episodes, I'd probably say still, Return of Spider Slayer is probably number 1. This might be number, 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Between this and, the initial, Spider Slayer one was also pretty good. Those definitely the top 3. But yeah, this was, the first time we probably saw, Peter Parker be a responsible person. Usually he's just fucking around. He's doing that here, but there's, a bit of, I know why I'm doing this. This is why, we follow this guy. This is why we love Spider-Man. As well as the wisecracks. And obviously it's Mysterio, who's fucking great all the time. And yeah, I had a really good time.
Yeah, I'd say I'd put it second, I think.
Yeah, probably number 2.
Guess that's a wrap.
So, Jack, I see you eyeing your laptop up. Is it that time of the day again? Are we going to the corner where the lore is bullshit and weird?
Yes, we are going to what is technically our final weird lore bullshit corner.
Oh no! What is that?
But don't worry, everyone. No one's worried. But
everyone's devastated. We've lost our viewership.
Well, just because making these episodes, just adding all this extra research and making the episodes longer, I just thought it would make more sense to do weird lore bullshit as these bonus episodes instead. So we're still going to do it, but we're just going to do these as separate recordings on the side. Then I don't have to come up with something every week.
No.
Because, at the moment I've been fired from my job because I'm just sat there reading Spider-Man comics every day, drinking 10 cups of coffee a day to catch up. So it's ruining my life.
It'll kill him one day.
Yeah, so maybe not every day.
Okay.
But I'm going to do one last weird lore bullshit corner. And then after this point, it'll come back now and then, I think. Just bring it in when I have something that I'm like, yeah, this was great. Let's talk about this. And we'll just put it in as a separate episode.
I think that's a really good idea. What do you think, viewers? You can't answer because you are not here with us live.
Yeah. Also, if we get dozens of emails saying don't do this, I'm going to do it anyway. I don't care what you think about this. Yeah. Sorry, guys.
Fuck all of you.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Anyway, last episode of Weird Lore Bullshit Corner. What do we have today?
I'd forgotten about this guy, and I'm sure you don't know this guy, because if you didn't know the kangaroo, which as you guys know, we covered the kangaroo a few episodes back. This is a guy, he's another villain.
Okay.
Another guy who gets this whole issue despite being ridiculous. Another animal-themed
brilliant
villain.
I'm already here.
Another one who starts off as this kind of gets his own story and everything, but then eventually gets relegated to the E-list. He also eventually joins the Spider-Man Revenge Squad alongside Kangaroo.
So is he higher or lower esteemed than Kangaroo?
I don't know, but there's some other guys in that roster as well that I'll mention later. But anyway, this guy, his real name, Martin Blank.
Martin Blank. Okay.
But his stage name, I guess, what do you call it? Is persona.
Persona. Alter ego.
The Gibbon. The most threatening animal in the world, the Gibbon. It's less threatening than the kangaroo, because again, kangaroos can kick the shit out of you.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The Gibbon is
Gibbon could probably...
It's a level above a lemur.
Yeah. Yeah, but anyway...
A 3-toed sloth.
I'll show Henry the cover. This is The Amazing Spider-Man 110.
Fantastic. Oh shit, this guy could actually this is a guy in an ape costume. It looks like Donkey Kong.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it looks like I was about to say a lanky Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
Lanky Kong. Oh man, if anyone's ever, feeling down, just look at the Donkey Kong extended family. They've all got amazing names.
It's like an incredible rabbit hole.
And somehow Lanky Kong and Funky Kong aren't the weirdest ones on that list.
Somehow.
But this
It's quite something.
This guy, the Gibbon, Gibbon Kong. This issue, he's introduced first when Spider-Man is angry because at the time he thinks that he's seen Gwen Stacy, his current girlfriend at the time, and Flash Thompson hanging out because they're friends, and he immediately assumes that, oh, she's fallen in love with Flash, and he's kind of pissed off. And he's just finished this fight from the previous issue, and he's like, well, at least I can sell some photos and make some money. And he realised he forgot to take any photos in that fight. So in anger, he just throws his camera off a rooftop. And then immediately after he does this, like, why did I do that? And tries to web it, misses, and then someone catches it. And he looks down, and it's just a guy on a nearby balcony who just caught it and just had the amazing catch. And he jumps down to, like, go see him, and the guy, like, parkours up to him, like, flipping around and stuff, and Spider-Man's like, oh, shit, this guy's pretty good.
Yeah.
And he goes, oh, hey, my name is Martin. And this guy, he looked quite strange. I'll show him an image of this guy. And again, all these photos, if you didn't already know, is going to be in the show notes on the blog, which will be in the description of this.
Absolutes.
But this is what this guy looks like.
Ooh, he's very Gibbon-esque.
Yeah. I mean, he's a regular human, but
He looks a bit like, what's his name from Aerosmith?
What, he looks like Steve Tyler.
No, not Aerosmith. He looks like Mick Jagger a little bit.
Mick Jagger? Wait, at least Steve Tyler looks kind of weird.
Mick Jagger looks a little bit weird as well.
Yeah.
Like, he's like one of Steve Tyler or Mick Jagger.
Oh, sorry, Steve and Mick. I don't want to compare them to a... Because especially the whole point of, like...
No, look at Mick Jagger, though. Like,
I know what Mick Jagger looks like. Mick Jagger isn't unattractive. He just looks like a guy with a big nose.
he's got, like, this weird, like, mouth. I don't know. Look at that shit.
Okay, well...
He looks like facial reconstruction surgery if it happened with only scrotum skin.
Yeah, but fine. He's a musician, though. It's fine. He's attractive now because he's a musician.
He's been on a lot of drugs.
If the Gibbon was a musician, if he joined the Monkees, then it would have been fine.
Classic.
Very
Open
good.
goal.
Very
Well
good.
played.
Anyway, yeah, this guy, Martin Short.
Martin Blank.
Martin Short? Oh, it's just because I've seen this thing on Martin Short had a Netflix special. Martin Blank.
Martin Lawrence.
Martin Blank.
No. Martin Sheen.
Martin Blank does not have a Netflix special. The Gibbon doesn't have a Netflix special. That's the other Martins. There's no.
He's on Grace and Frankie, right?
There's no Gibbon in Bad Boys 3.
Or for like well, you don't know that yet. Like there still could be like,
yeah, it's pre-production.
a man in a Gibbon costume could show up. I feel that'd be very like. I thought Will Smith would be very offended if he showed up like that. Well, as a junkie mug, fuck, I'm not gonna do like a Will Smith impression because it's lost me.
Well, also we don't. Why are we talking about a potential Gibbon incident on the set of Bad Boys 3 anyway? We've got enough weird shit here. Literally, we're in the weird lore bullshit corner. We don't need to create our own weird lore to go with.
That's all the weird lore comes with. Like it kind of just originates there.
This doesn't need it. And the reason that I'm saying that this is insulting to Mick Jagger and Steve Tyler is
And
because
Will
the
Smith.
whole point of his story is that he's monstrously ugly. It's not just like this guy, oh, he kind of looks like a bit weird. Like, it's ruined his life how he has this ape-like face, basically. To be honest, he doesn't really look that bad, but he doesn't quite look human either. But also, he's not, like, hairy or anything. It's just his face is a bit different.
Yeah, it looks a bit monkey-like.
The thing is, as well, when they start talking, and Spider-Man has had, like, a really rough time. He's always having a rough time, but he's had a rough time the last few issues, and he doesn't really understand. He just kind of assumes Spider-Man has it great, because he's like, I'm this guy, I've had, like, a pretty shitty life, and Spider-Man has it great. When Spider-Man's like, oh yeah, I have it rough too, he just doesn't believe him at all.
Yeah.
We kind of go back into Martin Blank's life, the Gibbon's life. And here's a guy who was born seemingly a mutant, because he looks a bit like an ape, and he has this, like, agility. He's a bit, like, he's got big, like, long arms.
Like an ape.
Yeah, and but again, it's still kind of mostly humanoid, so he just kind of looks like a guy still.
It's like not enough for it to be special or like useful.
Yeah, but enough to get you bullied. Because he grew up in an orphanage.
Oh my god.
And there's this whole flashback to when he goes to the zoo. on a trip with the other orphans.
Oh no.
And he's looking at this cage full of gibbons. And then all the other kids are pointing at him and laughing, going like, hey, look, Martin's with his family. Martin's with his family. Ha ha ha.
At least I have a family, you fucking orphans.
Yeah, well, yeah. And then he, like, to get away from them, he, like, just climbs up a tree.
Oh my god, man.
And so he's, like, starts flipping up this tree because he has this gibbon, like, agility. Which is kind of unexplained in this issue. They never explain why he is like this. Later on, you would just assume he's a mutant, because that's the easy thing in Marvel.
Yeah.
Like, if someone has powers and a strange appearance, they're a mutant. They were born that way. Fine. Like, you don't need to come up with an origin. Presumably he's a mutant, but they never actually say that.
He's just surprisingly gibbon-like, as a person.
Yeah, but again, no fur. Like, I say long arms, but not like you might know someone with arms as long as this guy.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that weird. But wait, there's a quote from him as he climbs up this tree. I not only look like a monkey, I was almost as agile as one. He's almost
that's
as
so
agile.
sad.
Yeah.
The sad orphan boy with almost powers.
They kind of breeze over this, but at one point he says, like, oh, he wanted to go to... Oh, God, this is... Now I think about this is kind of racist. But he says, like, oh, I need to go back to where I'm from.
Oh, no.
I need to go back to find others like me.
Oh, no.
So he's like, oh, I got to save up money to go to Africa. Which now I think about it, like, I mean, they do play it as like he's going to go live in the wild.
Not going to go like
with
Nairobi.
monkeys.
I'm going to go hang out in Nairobi now.
Here's a thing, like, maybe if they were in the writer's room today, everyone would be like, yeah, let's not have that.
And when he just is like 60 years old, he's like a bit out of touch with things. And he's like, you can't say that now, Gary. And Gary's like, I'll say what I want. I'm the head writer here.
Well, but this is
Fucking
only like
Gary.
this one panel thing of like him like looking at a poster of like a promotional thing for Africa, for the whole of Africa, not an African country.
Just Africa.
Just like, come to Africa. Look at us. We're a big continent. We're bigger than anything else. Come here.
Yeah.
And he just looks at that and he's like, I've got no money though. I can't get to Africa. I guess I'll join the circus.
Oh my god.
So he goes.
So
he
tragic.
goes to the circus. Yeah, his life is really bad. And he's like, hey, I'm pretty talented. I'm agile, almost as agile as a monkey.
And they're like, tell me more.
Well, the thing is, they kind of like, yeah, whatever, fella. Like, you come here, you're wearing a mask. Who cares? And then they're like, wait, you're not wearing a mask. You've actually got a face that looks a little bit like a gibbon's face. So they're like, come on board.
It's like prequel to Greatest Showman.
You know what? Yeah, this could be. Like, so Hugh Jackman gives him this full monkey suit. Like, so he gets this monkey suit.
Just having it lying around.
Yeah, they just have this, like, monkey suit to put on that just has a hole for the face so he can poke his gibbon-like face out of the monkey suit. And then he starts, like, he's like, well, okay, this is kind of humiliating, but, you know, I'm part of the show anyway. So he starts, like, going, oh, I can do this, I can do that, and, like, flipping around, like, doing this amazing stuff. But then the guy running it is like, you're stepping on everyone's thunder of, like, the actual acrobats. You're just here to look like a monkey. So he just like runs away. And there's a great thing. He like, I'll show you a photo. Like, this is him like swinging around at the circus, and people.
Is that not a mask?
No, that's his face.
Oh my god.
That's the thing. They thought it was a mask, but
Oh my god.
the flying Zatellis will quit if that dumb ape man steals their thunder. Is the line. But eventually he just hops on a train, and then there's just this great thing where he's like, and I took the monkey suit with me, and I don't know why. He doesn't mention. He just like took it with him. I guess I don't.
As like a memento.
Yeah, just like, oh, this will be relevant later.
Shit, this is cold. It's cold out here. I gotta.
Man, there's so much stuff with this that
This is fucking
yet to come.
insane.
But during this whole time, we're in this period. We briefly touched on it last week. On this period of time where Aunt May has left New York. You find out later where she is, which leads through to our weird law bullshit corner last week where she gets married to Dr. Octopus. But at this point, she's only just left. She's left a note saying, I'm going away for a while. And Peter's stressing out, trying to look around for her. And at some point, he runs across Martin, who has now donned the monkey suit again. And he's like, I want to be like you. I want to be... Oh my god, it just went into Jungle Book. Oh, I also forgot to say, Martin Blank is called Martin Blank because he has no parents, so he named a surname Blank. It's like Jon Snow, like John Blank.
John Blank. Wow.
Which is also what that character is like.
very, very snow-like.
Yeah.
Cold and slightly mushy.
I was just thinking Jon Snow's a really boring character.
Also that.
Yeah. But anyway, Oh, damn, we're losing the GOT fans as well.
Oh my god, what are they going to do now?
Well, a lot of people turn this off anyway when you're like, this is not a sex thing, and they just turn it off.
I feel like some people want it to be a sex thing. Yeah. You know, got to keep people in suspense.
I unsubscribed because you said it was a sex thing, and you've unsubscribed because it's not a sex thing.
So everyone loses, or everyone wins.
We're not listening to this anymore, so we don't know.
Absolutely not. We're just going to record it and just going to putting it out there.
Yeah.
It can be a sex thing if you want it to be, guys. Anything's a sex thing if you try hard enough. That's the message for you today.
No, that's not the message. The message is...
It could be our message.
The message is don't try. I'd rather that.
Don't try to make it a sex thing.
Don't try and make it a sex thing. No, it's either a sex thing or it's not.
Don't try and make it a sex thing. Don't force it.
Cut. Oh my gosh. Okay, at this point, Spider-Man's, he's stressed out. This guy turns up in a monkey suit and he's like, who the hell is this guy? And he's like, hey, it's me, it's Martin from earlier. I'm gonna like fight alongside you, you know? And the line is like, when he turns up, he's like, we got some rapping to do, man. You know, like, let's hang out. You know, I could be your like sidekick. We can be superheroes. I can learn from you. You know, he wants to be a part of it. He wants to use his abilities for good.
This is fairly genuine of him, yeah.
Yeah, and he's also like looking at Spider-Man, just assuming that, well, everyone loves Spider-Man and Spider-Man has a great life and all this stuff. Because look, he's carefree. He's fighting crime. He's not a Gibbon man like me.
He's horribly deformed.
And Spider-Man's kind of doing the thing. Well, this kind of happens, I feel like, in real life. Like, a lot of people can be, like, having really shit time, and people just assuming that they're like, oh, I wish I had my life like you, man. And they're like, what are you talking about?
My life
like,
sucks. What are you talking about? And because they're just, like, really, like, funny and, like, carefree, they assume they have no worries.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's the kind of attitude Spider-Man gives off. And the Gibbon wants to be a part of this. Spider-Man's kind of, like, he's having a tough time, so he's a bit, like, mean to him. He's kind of like, leave me alone.
Fuck off.
He's like, I don't want another competitor on the scene. Leave me alone. And then Gibbon was like, no, I can be your partner. At which point, Spider-Man, proper, like, his whole body, he just laughs in his face. He just laughs at him. And then Gibbon is there like, no, you don't laugh at me. No one laughs at me. I've been laughed at all my life.
No one laughs at the Gibbon.
Yeah, exactly. Literally, I'll show you this panel. It's one of my favourite panels. It's just Spider-Man proper, like, full body, like, his head goes back laughing at this guy.
This guy in a giant monkey costume.
Yeah, it's so mean, but so great.
Like, I would laugh my fucking ass off too. That's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, but it's this ridiculous thing as well, because he didn't need to put the monkey suit on. He could have got another suit. He could have worn a full costume.
He could have come in, like, a regular, like, shirt and jeans. It probably had more credibility.
It's like Spider-Man, if he was like, oh, I got these kind of spider-like powers, I'll dress up like a giant spider. And, like, get this fancy dress costume as a spider and jump around fighting.
Like how it was, like, different, like, eyes stuck into his head.
Yeah, like, he just went, no, I'm gonna, like, wear this cool costume.
Attach, like, web shooters to his ass. Just,
yeah.
Like, this is hilariously impractical, but it is biologically accurate.
Yeah, so Gibbon is not happy about this.
He's pretty humiliated.
Yeah, and he's sick of being seen as a freak, and he thought, well, here's this outsider who's carefree, who can, you know, be my friend out here, and even he is laughing at me. So he starts fighting him immediately.
Of course, I would do the same thing.
This is kind of the end of this issue, because he picks him up and he, like, throws Spider-Man off the roof, and Spider-Man's like, whoa, what the hell? This guy's actually attacking me. And that's kind of a cliffhanger.
Oh no, will Spider-Man fall to his death in the most humiliating way possible?
And meanwhile, over this whole scene, a mysterious figure is watching on.
Oh my god.
Who's it going to be? Who do you think?
Is it Mysterio?
No. It's not Mysterio. None of this is related to Mysterio, but who do you think is watching over Spider-Man fight the Gibbon?
Please say the kangaroo.
It's not the kangaroo. Turns out it's Kraven the Hunter.
Oh my god.
Because animals.
Oh no. This fucking guy.
Either way, Spider-Man, like, when he gets thrown off the roof, Gibbon's immediately like, oh shit, I've killed Spider-Man, oh my god. But Spider-Man just, like, gets back up, like, swings back up, and it's like, he doesn't even fight him. He's like, I got problems, man, like, fuck off. And I think the Gibbon tries to attack him again. He just, like, pushes him away.
Oh, come on, man.
Because he's agile and stuff, but Spider-Man's way stronger. So
he's way more agile.
So, like, he tries to, like, bear hug him, and he just, like, pushes him away. Like,
please stop.
Leave me alone. He just...
It's like the end of a really bad date.
And he just leaves, at which point Kraven appears and, like, just starts getting on the Gibbon side, like, hey man, we have a shared enemy, you know, like, you're nobody right now, but you can be somebody, you know, you just got to give in to your animal side, man. You just got to, like, become the Gibbon.
Go full Gibbon.
Yeah, he's trying to get him to go full Gibbon. and Gibbon at this point, he's like...
He's given up.
He's kind of like this interesting like psychology to the Gibbon, because he's just like, he's not really like, oh, I hate Spider-Man, I want revenge now. He's still like, man, I don't know, who the fuck are you? Aren't you like a villain? Didn't you go to jail?
Why are you in like a crazy person's like lion's pelt? It's like July.
Yeah, and he's just like, okay, and he just goes with him though, because Kraven is the only person on his side at this point.
A person who doesn't hate him actively.
Yeah, and so Kraven, his whole thing is always hunting and wanting to be around animals and to take down things he sees as animals. So he wants to hunt Spider-Man or hunt whoever he's fighting.
Anyone animal themed.
Yeah, he just loves his animal themes. And last time we saw Kraven, he was actually befriended a giant alien monster on in the middle of the Savage Land, which is basically like Skull Island, but Marvel. So it's just like an island where there's loads of monsters.
What?
It's like a monster island. But anyway, Kraven goes there because he just loves hunting, and he just like finds a little UFO that has a baby like creature in it, and he starts nurturing it. And then I think it's called Gog, the creature, and then he like grows massive, and then eventually he gets in a fight with Spider-Man there.
Does Gog or does Kraven the Manhunter?
Gog and Kraven
together.
Yeah, well, Spider-Man teams up with this guy called Kazar, who's basically Tarzan.
Okay. Who
has a saber-toothed tiger as a buddy. And they get in a fight, but like Spider-Man's like, I'll take on this Gog guy, and he leads Gog into quicksand, and Gog just dies.
He drowned the Kraven the Manhunter's pet.
Yeah, it's not Kraven the Manhunter. He hunts everything. It's just Kraven the Hunter.
Wait, why do I think I'm thinking of Martian Manhunter. I'm getting confused.
Yeah.
There's lots of like weird shit going on.
He's Kraven the Hunter. He hunts everything, not just men. I mean, hence why he's wearing like a lion pelt.
It's because. Yeah. It's not because of the style, just because he's hunting them.
Yeah.
But would he hunt people if he had the chance?
Well, he hunts Spider-Man. He's a people.
He's a people.
Yeah.
He's a spider and a people. That's like 2 for 1.
Yeah, that's what he loves about it. I guess he wouldn't go for just a regular person.
Or a regular spider.
Yeah. I mean, he might do if it's a big spider.
It's like one of those like little house spiders. He like breaks into your home to like kill your spiders.
Yeah, he's a pest exterminator. Yeah, that's what he should have as a job. Maybe that's how he makes his money.
He probably got fired from that for being too weird about it.
Yeah, you don't need to dress up for this.
Yeah,
you should actually wear this fumigation suit. You shouldn't be wearing you shouldn't have a bare chest right now.
Why are you in a lion's pelt, man?
Yeah.
All these dangerous chemicals around.
Well, either way, on this island, while Spider-Man's fighting this giant monster, Kazar fights Kraven, and they get in a fight, at which point, like, Kraven falls off a cliff. And they're like, oh, okay, well, Kraven's dead. But it turns out Kraven managed to grab a few roots and cushion his fall, but still got fucked up.
Yeah.
And now, months later, he's managed to heal up and come back. And I guess he just comes to New York and just sees the Gibbon. Is like, okay, this is my project now.
This is what I do next.
So he has this secret lair in the New York like botanical gardens,
of course,
and he takes Gibbon back there. It's kind of this really weird scene because you know part of, for anyone who doesn't know, and for you, I don't know if you know this, but Kraven's whole thing is he's just some weird guy.
He's a crazy person.
He's a crazy person who just loves hunting. And then at some point, he decides, I'm going to hunt Spider-Man, and it becomes a whole thing. But he's not just a guy with a gun or anything. He takes a massive, air quotes, jungle potion to to give himself enhanced strength. So I don't think he's still not like super powered, but he's just
jungle-fied.
He's just jungle strong. I don't know. It's crazy, you know. Stan Lee never went to the jungle. He doesn't understand.
I like to imagine that whenever he drinks it, like the Guns N' Roses song just plays in the background. Welcome to the jungle. Do you reckon he like broke into like a Guns N' Roses concert one time and he's like banned from never seeing them again? Like he tries to like hunt Axl Rose for some reason, and then like Russell's like, "What the fuck, man?" And then like he gets like banned from all Guns N' Roses concerts.
Well, that's the thing. Kraven goes to jail and stuff, but he gets out pretty easy because he is just a crackpot.
He's not actually doing anything illegal. They can't really charge him.
He's kind of dangerous, but like he's not really like the only thing. He's like hunting like a vigilante, so it's not really a nothing that I don't think the police are that crazy
You
about.
can't really go to prison for that. It's not really something you can charge
He
people with.
goes to jail for like 6 months and then just lets out, and they just let him sit in his costume the whole time.
I mean, like, I don't want to try and get it off him. Like, he's gonna try and bite me.
But anyway, he's got all these potions he uses that he makes with these herbs that he's got.
Just jungle herbs.
Yeah, and he's in this like secret lair, and he's like got all these like health smoothies, and he's just like giving the gibbon different stuff, like drink this, this is vitamin C, or I don't know what the fuck, like.
Because Gibbon probably just had scurvy. That was
Yeah.
it. So a really bad case of rickets.
But the gibbon kind of gets annoyed because he's like, this whole time you're still talking to me like I'm an animal, like I'm an object. Like, you clearly don't actually care about me. I'm sick of being treated this way. But Craven's like, no, bro. Like, I'm on your side. I'm on your side. Like, I just want you to be the best person you can be. He's really selling this idea, and he's like, take this. And he like gives him this new herb drink. And as soon as the gibbon takes it, he starts going dizzy and starts like flailing around and like getting angry, and he's in pain and stuff. And he's like, what did you do to me? And Craven's like, I've unleashed the beast within.
So you could say he's been gibbon-upped.
That's awful. It's the worst in the world.
I thought about it like 5 minutes ago, and the context changed completely. I was like, I gotta fit this in.
I still prefer he went full gibbon.
You went full gibbon, yeah. I like that better.
So he actually goes full gibbon, because at this point he like his beast energy. I don't know. Like he becomes more beast. So he becomes stronger, becomes more gibbon. And then they start fighting because the gibbon's just like pissed off and angry now. He's just like more beast-like.
Unleash the gibbon inside of you.
But he's still, the most beast-like part of him is still the fur, which is a suit. He's still wearing a costume. And he's still a guy, but now he's just like crazy. So they start fighting, and Craven's like wrestling with him, and there's this really weird point where they just like get into this staring contest, and there's a mingling of their animal auras.
That
And
sounds super like homoerotic. They kind of like gaze into his eyes, start making out.
Yeah, but they just basically they stare at him long enough that Craven. Oh God, this is getting worse actually. Craven gets dominance over the situation. He becomes like the dominant male, and he forms like this telepathic bond with the gibbon.
It's like some kind of avatar.
Yeah, so like now it's like Gibbon will actually do what he says. So then
Like some kind of like weird like 50 Shades of Grey, but with like animal like hybrid people.
it's like some hypnosis basically.
Okay.
And he goes, okay, yeah, go fuck up Spider-Man.
I've gazed into your eyes long enough.
Yeah, he goes and finds Spider-Man, starts fighting him, and he actually starts strangling him. And he can't take Spider-Man by surprise, so he actually overpowers him quite quickly.
Oh shit.
And Spider-Man doesn't actually fight back, but eventually Gibbon overcomes the hypnosis and sort of fights it off and like lets go of him, and then at which point Spider-Man like kicks him off the building immediately, and then he's like, oh shit, he's gonna die, and then swings down and catches him, and he's already knocked out in like this one hit.
Because he's just a regular man with like slight gibbon enhancement.
Yeah, he just thought he was a gibbon. That was it.
Yeah.
He sort of weird face, and he thought he was the gibbon. And that's the end of it. That's the end of the gibbon's first appearance. The gibbon himself, like again, like I said, he becomes this E-list character. He's not seen for a long time, like decades, I don't think.
Really?
He becomes part of the Spider-Man Revenge Squad alongside the Kangaroo and a character who we won't go into now, but he turns up later in this show, the Spot.
This is like a Dalmatian man.
Basically, yeah. I mean, he doesn't. There's nothing dog-like about him, but he looks like a Dalmatian, like in terms of spots all over him, and he's white.
Oh my god.
But anyway, that guy comes up later.
You get like Hunter Cruella de Vil at some point.
But and then the other part of the Spider-Man Revenge Squad is a guy called Grizzly,
Who is a bear.
Yeah, he's a bear. But he's like wearing like a bear suit, like when like hunters like wear a costume that looks like a bear to like. Have you not seen that? Like where it's like it looks like they're wearing a big bear pelt.
It's a hunt other bears.
No, not to hunt bears, but just like.
Okay, like a bearskin rug, but like on you.
Yeah.
I keep thinking like the Wicker Man or like Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, it's like that. It's like that. It's like.
Has he punched old ladies in the face?
Maybe, I don't know. I never read any Grizzly comics. But anyway, those guys like made a little team. Then the Gibbon turns up at the wake of Stiltman.
Stiltman dies?
Yeah, Stiltman, for anyone who doesn't know, he's this daredevil villain who
Is a man on stilts.
yeah, he has these boots which like extend, like have these impossible like platforms so that he can get super tall. It's not really that useful, but again, he's also this kind of character who's like beaten up all the time and kind of a joke. And this guy
The centre of gravity is all off. Like, you should push him over.
yeah, I don't really know how it works, but this guy bites it at some point. I have not read this
He
comic.
falls from his own stilts and he dies.
Maybe. I read this on Wikipedia. I haven't read this comic, but a bunch of supervillains go to the wake of Stiltman, including the Gibbon, and almost all of them are like killed or almost killed by the Punisher, because the Punisher is just at this wake disguised as a barman,
Of course.
and he just poisons all the drinks and it just blows up the bar.
As you do.
So all these guys who are just like paying tribute to Stiltman just get like fucked up, and you just assume that they're all dead. But then way later, Gibbon sort of realised that he turns out he survived, and he just had like 3rd-degree burns and like had his stomach pumped.
Oh.
Yeah, so I think he turns up that there was this other series. There was like a Marvel Apes series where he was in.
What?
Yeah, I never read that. I don't really know.
Marvel
what happens.
Apes?
Yeah,
Is it like all like these regular apes and then there's the Gibbon next to
Yeah,
them being
I
like,
think-
yeah, I'm with you guys now.
yeah. I don't know. I don't know if it's Planet of the Apes dimension hopping with the Gibbon. I
That
don't know.
sounds sadder than if he just died.
Yeah, I think he's got he's kind of become a supervillain, but he didn't really want to. He's just like, he was just a guy who was kind of treated shit and didn't really know what to do.
With like sight monkey-like abilities. Not even like useful levels. And then now he's like horrifically burned. Along with everything else. It's quite something. I feel bad for this guy. I'm not enough to like actually like him.
Yeah, he's kind of like he's like someone that you pity, but you don't really like empathize with, you know.
Yeah, you're like, okay, this guy's really got a shit life, but I don't want him anywhere near me because he'll just make my life worse. Like,
Yeah.
wherever the Gibbon goes, shit follows.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, with the Gibbon, I thought I wasn't really planning. I was thinking of, you know, maybe the last Weird Law Bullshit Corner we did in a main episode being the last one before we split them off into bonus episodes. But I thought, I just happened to read this the other day, and I was like, okay, we'll drop this one in. So we've got these like 5 episodes, right?
Of Weird Law Bullshit Corner.
Of Weird Law Bullshit Corner being in the episode. Now they're just going to be these bonus things.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Awesome. So you could say that he should have given up on life.
See, that's way better.
That's way better,
That's
right?
way better than the other one.
Yeah, okay. We'll edit in like canned laughter here, because I need the validation, man.
Yeah, you're not getting it from me, buddy.
Just a little bit.
Just get silence. They can't see me smiling. They can't hear my smiling. So
I hope not. Like, that would be weird if you could smile that loudly. That would be like powers on the level of the Gibbon.
yeah,
You'd be slightly more useful to the X-Men. The loud smiler.
let's end this now.
Let's close the door on
Misery.
Weird Little Bullshit Corner. That will be now a separate bonus episode we will have at some point. Mm-hmm. I don't know what the schedule's going to be for that, but we'll figure that out.
Yeah, you'll see it when you see it.
But yeah, that's the end of Weird Little Bullshit Corner. And I think, Jack, that's the end of our podcast.
Yep.
Absolutely, man. Like, yeah. How you feeling about all this? Like, good episode? Good episode.
I'm not allowed to have an opinion. That's up to our viewers, and I won't be reading any reviews anyway because I can't take any criticism whatsoever.
And also, we don't have any reviews.
Yeah. Please review us, and then I won't read them.
Yeah.
Henry can read them.
And just tell them whatever. I'll tell them that you really, really like the podcast.
Yeah, you just rated 1 star because you didn't.
You can't count. So you're like, this is number 1. That's how
I
stars
want
work,
this
right?
to go to number 1 on the chart.
Yeah, so I give it 1 star every time. Obviously.
Yeah. Please stop doing that, guys.
Please don't do that.
5 is best.
Please. Always 5. 6 if it's possible, but 5 is also good.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, so as long as, you keep doing that, also subscribe to our podcast, which hopefully you have done, and find us on Twitter as well. That 90s SM show. So that 90s SM show for our Twitter, where we're posting updates on the show, a couple of screenshots from, the episodes, because they are some great screenshots. I'll have you know.
Henry's got big on, finding weird screenshots from it.
There are so
to
many,
post
guys.
out of our context, so some of those will be up. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. But again, you can look in the description of this episode, and you'll see, a link to more further notes, which will be on the WordPress blog, which is that 90s Spider-Man show.home.blog. And if I've got that wrong, it's literally in front of you on your phone, so you can see it better.
Just use your eyes, folks. Use your ears and your eyes.
And your thumbs.
You can do this.
And if you click on that, it's there's some notes on the description, but you click on that and you'll go through to more. Because there's sometimes when I just show Henry stuff, And you get all those images there and a bit of explanation, and probably some moments where I'm like, hey guys, remember when I said this on the podcast? I was super wrong. So yeah, this didn't actually happen.
Which happens not that often, trust us, not that often. But it does happen sometimes, and we like to admit our mistakes when we make them.
But if we are wrong, a wizard did it.
That goddamn wizard. Just don't stop fucking with us.
Fucking Jerry.
God damn it, Jerry, man. Just... Jerry. Well, that, ladies and gentlemen, brings us to the end of episode 5 of That 90s Spider-Man show. And I've learned today that if you can't make it as a person, make it as a gibbon. Guys, have a gibbon costume. But tell people it's not a sex thing. I'm your host, I've been Henry, and alongside me was Jack. Any last word, Jack?
I do not condone the sex message.
Well, there you have it, folks. That's the end of our podcast. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Please go about your lives. Bye-bye now.
Why?